with a 4090 in it.
Wasn't the case already like 7 kilograms or something?
Yeah, I think the total build was like 20 kilograms or something.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. Like, no kidding. 20. That's
yeah, it was really heavy.
Yeah. Anyway, just FYI, YouTube isn't streaming. Huh.
YouTube isn't streaming? I see
Did-
people in the
did we-
YouTube chat.
Did we connect to the event?
Yeah, I actually just checked it.
Ah, okay. Well then, yeah. I mean, there are people from the YouTube channel indeed.
Yeah. Well, weird.
Reacting, so that's a bit weird. Let us check real quick.
Yeah. Let me quickly double check.
Just want to make
indeed.
sure. Yeah, it looks like
That's
we're live.
weird. It looks like we
Hey!
went live on a different.
Yeah.
Let me quickly share
Okay.
this in the chat. That's weird because it was connected, but somehow we're live on a different URL.
Wait, is that live? Because that, I mean.
Oh,
either
back
that or
again.
there's a
It seemed like it
huge
dropped.
delay.
I think it restarted.
Oh, okay. Weird. Yeah, it must have crapped out indeed, like you said. Because the thing I'm seeing looked more
Yeah.
like it was an old video, because that was like.
Yeah, indeed. This one has been going for 27 seconds,
Yeah.
so it looked like our YouTube stream dropped and automatically reactivated on a different URL.
Okay, well.
Okay, so I see people joining again, so
Yeah.
let's
Yeah.
hope it continues to work now.
Hope you're able to join there. Anyway, so yeah, so what is it about today?
PC building simulator, or for you, building a PC in real life.
Number 2.
Number 2.
PC
Oh,
building
I thought you
simulator
were talking
number
about the number 2 you just had, but
No, I didn't actually, but TMI, I guess.
that's what I said to everyone in the chat.
I know. You gotta make up something. I mean, obviously I was doing way worse things than number 2. Anyway,
But that's not. We just didn't come up with this without any reason, because there is something new inside
Yeah.
the latest PC Building Simulator 2 update.
Yes.
And now you can have, well, you can already see it behind us, you can have a completely MSI themed workshop there.
yeah.
And of
pretty
course, we're going to build with some MSI components in the game. And we tried to get components as close as possible to the ones we have in the game, also in real life.
Yep.
There are a few minor differences because we didn't have all those samples on hand.
Yeah.
But it should be close. And I think we'll also try to do some benchmarking, right?
Well, the interesting thing is, indeed, in that game you have benchmarks. You can build your virtual PC, let's say, in the game, and then on that PC you can run benchmarks. I have no idea how accurate they are. We probably will find out today, at least partially. But yeah, we thought maybe that would be interesting. And I mean, the idea initially, if I'm correct, was that this live stream was meant to be like, we will do like a challenge or something, you know, who can build a PC faster in the game versus in real life. Obviously, us both having, at least to some extent, knowledge of how to build a PC in real life. And I actually tried last night in the game a little bit to see, okay, what is it like and how do you do that?
So you already know how the game works, because I have absolutely no idea.
I mean, not everything, but I mean, it's like, you know, once you get the logic, it's like, you know, if you want to take a panel off, you click it once, and then you click the 2 screws, and you just mouse over it for a while with the mouse, the left mouse button held in, let's say. Then it unscrews, like, and you just move to the other one. And so there's a lot of things, especially like, you know, cable management and stuff, you don't have to worry about in the game at all. Like,
So I may even be faster.
There was one, like one of the, this may be a spoiler alert, but you know, one of the tutorial missions, let's say, in the game is you need to do custom water tubing. Now, in real life, I mean, we've had someone a couple of years ago who could demonstrate, you know, how you bend pipes by heating them and stuff. In the game, basically, you just have to click one. What do you call those things? Is it not a socket or something? No, like the O-rings.
The O-rings?
Yeah.
You mean like the connectors of the tube?
Yeah. What do you call those?
I think they're called O-rings.
Yeah,
right?
the O-rings, right?
Yeah.
Okay, anyway, so you click one and then you click the other. That's it. So, I mean, there are a lot of things in the game that go a lot faster than they do in real life. So, yeah, I mean, the idea of really a challenge, the person building in real life is always going to lose. Let's put it like that. So, Oh, fittings, yeah, thanks. Actually,
Peter
fittings.
is already preparing for his loss.
I am, yeah. But I mean, that's why, you know, we're going to try and keep it interesting.
I will also take a tour in the game, so I'll walk around a bit, see what it's like.
Yeah, yeah. But I mean, we also thought maybe it's nice to see to what degree, let's say, the game is accurate compared to real life. It does involve quite a lot of detail, let's say, so like individual screws and stuff like that. But like cable management is not, to my knowledge at least, not really a thing in the game. So we'll have to check. Also, not really a thing in my life, by the way. None of my PCs have real cable management, other than just, you know, making sure the the back the plate, like the side panel, goes back on, let's say, and without popping off. Yeah, so let's see how that goes. But yeah, and it's interesting indeed. And of course, Mike will also show all the new MSI themed things in the game. Obviously.
I will also have to discover myself, because I haven't ever tried this game before. I also didn't play the first version, so I'm very curious what it will be like, because I built a ton of PCs in the past, but I never built one digitally. Yeah. So that's going to be interesting.
Yeah. So you can comment on indeed, like, you know, what is. I don't know what the experience is like in the game
compared
versus in real
to the
life.
real thing, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
By the way, we also have a special giveaway this week, because we're actually giving away copies of this game. So if you go to msi.com/2/insider, or if you're watching on YouTube, I hope that still works with the bot.
We'll
I know
check.
Eric is working on this in the background. Eric, maybe you can check if the bot still works.
Like every 5 minutes, it should post. I mean, you can't really trigger it, so you'll have to wait. But you know.
Yeah. But on Twitch it should work, so once every 5 minutes it drops a direct link to Gleam in the chat. Within Gleam you can perform certain actions. The more actions you perform, the bigger chance you'll have of winning. And also, if you're a returning visitor, make sure to claim your loyalty bonus. So you have a slight edge in the giveaway, and we give away several copies of PC Building Simulator 2. They are on the Epic Games client, and we will give out several throughout the stream. You only have to sign up for the giveaway once, and you will automatically be enrolled in the other drawings as well. Yep. So make sure to participate. Okay, then you can also build some virtual PCs.
They tell us. Cool. That's
perfect.
Good. That's good to hear.
Okay.
By the way, Alan, thank you for the trust, man. I appreciate it. He says Peter versus Eric. Eric uses the game and has a 30-minute head start. My money's on Peter. I can appreciate that. Thank you.
But does he have to trust in you, or lacks the trust in Eric?
Doesn't matter. I'm gonna take it at face value. That one. I mean, it's you gotta take what you get, right? That's
true. Maybe let's take a look at your components, Peter. At what you'll be building with today.
Yeah.
And I will later on match this as close as possible in the game as well. The components Peter will be building.
Yeah.
But let's just go through them one by one.
Shall we start with the case?
Yeah.
I have no idea which one this is.
This is the MPG Gungnir 110R.
Okay.
So a nice ATX case with RGB, tempered glass side panel, but also half of the front is tempered glass. There we go.
On this side.
Still empty. Peter is going to solve that later in the stream.
Yeah, so this is, I'll obviously pop the sides off when we get started. Of course, front panel connectors and stuff. Nice, easy removable mesh dust filter, which we will obviously also take off, because there's going to be
Peter
cooling in there.
cannot use as an excuse that it took too much time to take the dust filter away.
Not that part, no, indeed. Yeah. Also important, obviously, some airflow channels and mesh at the bottom side for the power supply, indeed. Always important.
Glacier Hell is asking, how heavy is it? Peter,
this one. This is actually quite surprisingly light. I mean, obviously there's nothing in there yet other than, 4 fans, 3 at the front, 1 at the back, which is definitely good for airflow. But other than that, it's really light.
But I can actually give you the exact weight in 1 second.
It's not the lightest case that we've had here.
No, it is a full ATX case.
Vampiric takes that cake, maybe? At least the ones that I've handled.
No, sort of Forge models. We have like a micro ATX Forge, M100R, M100A. Those are definitely lighter.
I'm not sure if I...
This one is 7.9 kilograms.
No, you're kidding me.
No, it is.
7 point... Doesn't feel like it.
Have you been lifting?
Maybe. Honestly, it doesn't feel... Because I mentioned the Prospect being 7 kilograms because I thought that was ridiculously heavy. I refuse to believe that this... No. I would say, and I'm very bad at estimating, but I would say maybe 4?
Okay, here it comes. The Prospect is almost 16 kilograms.
Oh, yeah, okay, then it makes sense.
Yeah. So the
I
prospect
mean, if
is more
my
than
that's
twice
the
as
thing.
heavy.
My context was okay. If prospect is like 7-ish, then this surely cannot be
And
the
the
same.
prospect is 15.95.
I see.
And
okay.
this one is 7.9 kilograms.
Fair
so the
enough.
prospect actually is more than double the weight.
Yeah. But I mean, that's ridiculous. What the? So then, no, I mean, then the prospect build itself must have been heavier than 20.
Yeah, I think it was more because the Godlike is heavy.
It's probably in the
is heavy.
30s because it had a 4090 GPU, which is freaking heavy. What was the motherboard in? Was it?
It was a Godlike. It was an X670E Godlike.
Which is also quite heavy.
Yeah. Not quite heavy.
Anyway.
It's really heavy.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, but yeah, no, it doesn't. I mean, if you'd have told me that this was like almost 8 kilograms, nah, I wouldn't have guessed it.
Yeah.
Anyway, but it's like
Uncle Elias says glass is heavy. Yeah, I think that's probably the
Yes.
heaviest part of this case.
Yes.
Also because it has a bit of tempered glass in the front as well.
A little bit, yeah, indeed. But I mean, that's minor compared to the side
indeed.
panel, obviously.
So yeah, this is a bit easier to handle. Then we also have a nice matching ATX motherboard.
Yes. So this is and I'm gonna look at that. This is Z790 carbon Wi-Fi.
Yes.
We're not going to use the Wi-Fi here, but obviously it has.
But we actually do have a nice close-up cam. There we go.
How do we do this? Here we go. That's maybe better. Yep. And I'm cheating a little bit here because I mean I have already attached the back plate, let's say for the liquid cooler that we're going to use later on. But it's a really nice motherboard indeed. It's got really easy accessible M.2, for example, which I was also very happy to use. Like there's no screws involved at all using the M.2.
So you may even be building faster than I am in the game.
No, because I mean it's still takes more time than just clicking a button, right? So, but it doesn't matter, right? This is it's fine. But yeah, so it's
Glacier Health asking in
Intel
Twitch
board.
chat, what is heavier, -1 ton of lead or 1 ton of feathers? What? How do you do -1 ton?
No, here's the thing. Like -1. I mean, you're saying it right. -1 is. I mean, a ton of feathers is still a ton of feathers. It's gonna be.
That's quite heavy.
Yeah, that's a ton. Like.
It's a lot of feathers.
It doesn't matter if it's feathers. I mean, you can say a ton of helium, right? It's going to take a hell of a lot of helium, but it's still, if it's 1 ton, it's 1 ton. So a ton is a measurement of weight. So it doesn't, if you say, look, 1 cubic meters or something of lead versus feathers, then yeah, then you get a difference. Anyway. Oh, okay. The 1 ton of feathers because you have to live with the burden of what you did to the birds to get that. Yeah. All right. Fair enough.
Fair point, fair point.
Yeah, didn't even think that far. Anyway, right, so that's the motherboard.
Yes.
Do you want to say anything more about it? I mean, I still have the like some of the stickers on there.
This is the Z790 model. This one is not in the game just yet. So we do have Z790 models. So like for example, Ace is already in the game, but that one does not fit in this case. So for today, we are using a carbon. In the game itself, we will use the C690 version. So also carbon, but C690. In terms of performance, shouldn't make much of a difference. C790 is obviously a little bit newer and, for example, offers Gen 4 on more PC or more M.2 slots. So that's where you can spot some differences. So Peter will be building with the MPG Z790 carbon Wi-Fi, and in the game we will use the MPG Z690 carbon Wi-Fi.
Yes.
So that's the motherboard.
That's the one. Right.
Then,
yes. CPU. Sure. This is a Intel Confidential NA. I'm not kidding. It says that.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm not sure if you can read it, but
that's because it's an engineering sample of this CPU.
Can you read that? Wait, let me see.
Well, it should be
Intel.
The Intel Core i5 13600K, and this is indeed an early engineering sample.
It actually doesn't say it on there, but indeed, it's yeah. Actually, it does. Wait. Can you see the black text there?
That's Ruud's writing on there, right?
Yeah.
So
because obviously, also, if they didn't do that, they wouldn't be able to tell which one it is.
Indeed. And we get samples very early, so they're still engineering samples, and they don't have a printing on top. So Ruud always writes on the bottom of the CPUs, indeed, which one it is.
Indeed.
So that's the CPU we'll be using.
There you
go. Then we have our memory.
Yep. So let me take it out of the packaging already. Not the official packaging, I believe, but it doesn't matter. So these are Trident Z's.
Yes. C5, because they're DDR5.
Z5 RGB indeed. And maybe you can tell a little bit more about.
So this is DDR. It's 32 gig in total, 2 times 16, and it's DDR5 5600 CL36. It's maybe a bit hard to read.
Yeah. I'm trying to see if we can get it to.
There we go.
That's clear. Now I just need to keep things still, which I am apparently unable.
Radio is asking, very cool. If you write 3900K on it, will it go faster? Definitely. It will automatically grow some extra cores.
Yes,
that's how it always works with engineering samples. They're awesome.
Yeah, I mean, we can try that for the sake of science.
You don't have to change the writing. Just turn the 6 upside down, and then you have a 9.
Exactly. So, yeah. Anyway, it will sprout new cores. Yeah, for the storage, we have a MSI Spatium M480. Here we go. M.2 SSD. This is a Gen 4 NVMe, 1 terabyte version in this case. I mean, it doesn't have to do too much. Like I said, we're going to do maybe some benchmarks. I believe in the game we have 3D Mark, Time Spy Extreme, Port Royale, and a Cinebench, but it's not clear which, because obviously Cinebench comes in a couple of flavors. I mean, we have all those benchmarks installed on here as well, so we can do them once we get the PC up and running, hopefully. Yeah. So yeah, this one's going in there, obviously. It's really fast storage. As the boot drive. Let's see. Oh yeah, maybe that's good. Cooling the CPU, we have a liquid cooler. And I kind of forgot which one this is, and I put the packaging on it.
MAG Core Liquid 240R. So we're using an i5 today. You can, of course, use a 360mm radiator, so if you want a more silent system, that will be a possibility. Yep. Today we're going with 240mm one. It's already okay to cool an i5 3600K. If you go for a higher end CPU from the 13th generation Intel, so a 13700K i7 or the i9 3900K, then I would definitely recommend to go for a 360mm at least. But today we're going with the i5, so we're also going with the 240mm.
And also everything is RGB, so welcome to cable management hell.
Yes.
I mean, so basically each fan has, I mean, it could be worse. If you have 3 fans, you have two more cables indeed. Yeah. So, and also this thing, I mean, it's not too bad because, I mean, if you'd have like an actual display, we have some, the S series, I believe it is, right? Mm-hmm. They have an actual display on here, so then you have an additional USB cable to power that. Yeah, anyway. But that's a lot of cables.
Yeah, so this one has, each fan has 1 fan cable, 1 RGB cable, and the block has 1 RGB cable. No fan cable because the pump for this model is not in the CPU block, but it's located in a radiator.
Yes.
So there you actually have an extra one if you turn it up to the other side, to the back.
Yeah, it's this
there
one,
you see the pump, and that one also has.
The one that comes out, because this is, I guess, the pump unit.
Yeah, that's the one
in the middle. Yeah. So that's indeed where that cable originates, and then 1 separate cable. So we need to keep an eye on that one, because obviously this one needs to go into a very specific pin header on the motherboard.
Exactly.
But yeah, this is going to be in a push configuration. I said it wrong. So it's going to push the air out, and then
because you're going to position it in the top, right?
I'm sorry?
You're going to position it in the top of the case.
Correct. Yeah. Because I mean, once I take the side panel off, you'll see it. But I mean, I could potentially put it in the front, but then I'd have to take a couple of fans out that are pre-installed.
And you may run into another issue because you're using quite a big graphics card today. So let's head to that one.
Correct, yeah. I mean, this one barely fits. Here we go. This is a RTX 3080 Supreme X. So it's an overclocked version, obviously. But yeah, this is quite a chunky boy. I mean, compared to a 4090, it's not that thick yet. It's about 3 slots, I'd say. Lengthwise, it's quite a long card, right? It's like I'm not sure if there will be longer cards out there, but it's one of the longer ones. So yeah, it fits in the case, but you'll see later on I can't like literally slot it in like that. I have to kind of maneuver it and then slide it into place.
I think even our 4090, but also 3090 Ti, I don't think they're much longer, but they mostly get thicker.
They are definitely thicker, and also this one uses a triple 8-pin, so that's also again great for cables. But hey, if you want power, you need to, like performance, you need to get some power cables over there.
Yeah, so for example on the 4090 you will find the new 12 plus 4 pin connector there.
Yeah.
This one still uses 3 6 plus 2
triple 8 pin. I mean, you could. I was thinking of calling it last gen problems, because this generation cards of this caliber would have like a single 16 pin and be done with it. But yeah.
But also the power supply we're using
Yes.
is the MPG A1000G.
Let me just grab that. And also here I'm cheating a little bit because I have pre-installed, or let's say pre-plugged all the cables in.
So this
that
is
I need.
still the regular model. We also have this model available in the PCIe 5 version, and that one comes with the new connector.
Yeah.
Today our GPU doesn't use that connector, so the regular version is still fine. If you do need the new connector, it's also on sale in the MPG A1000G PCIe 5 version with that connector.
And so this one obviously has a pretty big fan at the bottom, so that's why the at the bottom side of the case it's really important to have that mesh so that the power supply can grab air out of it. And at the rear, this is the part that will stick out at the back end of the PC. Obviously you also have this nice button that says, and it's, I think it's, yeah, it's upside down now. Anyway, it is actually upside down. I'm not sure if this is a sample thing, but it says zero fan. Basically like zero frozer, let's say, right? It will basically turn it into more passive cooling, and then
yeah, so when you switch zero fan on, it will automatically switch off the fan.
Yeah.
If the load is under 40%, I believe, from top of my head.
Yeah.
And
So-
otherwise it will always spin. So in certain configurations, you, for example, also want to use the fan as an outtake of your system.
Yep.
And then you always want to have it running. If you want to run it semi-passive, then just click that button.
Yeah.
As easy as that.
Exactly. Anyway.
You may be wondering, why do you use a 1000 watt PSU for this configuration? Because you could do with less.
Yes.
For the
we
very
could.
simple reason that we didn't have the 850 watt model, for example, of this power supply.
Yeah.
So basically, because we have this on hand,
Exactly.
but you could also run this off an 850, even 750 would also be fine.
Our sample pool is limited, so that's
Yeah.
also very simple. We don't, unfortunately, it would be great if we had all, like literally all products we ever made here that we can always pick and choose, but
We wouldn't have the space for it.
and it's really expensive, so it doesn't make sense, because that means that most of the hardware would just be lying around doing nothing most of the time, which would be a shame.
Talking
I'm
about
sure you'll
power
agree.
supplies, Subsilent00 is asking YouTube chat, with an AMD Ryzen 9 7900X CPU and a Radeon RX 7900 XTX GPU, what is the most efficient power wattage supply I should go with? I hear 1000 watts and 850 at least.
Oh,
What is your professional opinion?
You're mixing a couple of things there, because you have like the minimal, like, you know, to be safe, like a certain amount of wattage, but you're saying efficiency.
Yes.
And efficiency is a little bit of a different, maybe you switch to the main view,
Yes,
Mike.
yes.
I'm almost,
That's
anyway,
cozy.
almost on your lap. But anyway, so efficiency is obviously a little bit of a different beast. Mike, you can probably tell more about that.
Yeah, sometimes they do have some interaction here and there, but very basically the wattage is how much watt a power supply can provide. So for example, up to 1000 watts, up to 850 watts, up to 750 watts. For the efficiency, you have, for example, the 80 plus label. So you have 80 plus gold, 80 plus platinum, also more affordable models, for example, have 80
Silver,
plus bronze.
right?
Yeah. Or just 80 plus. So you have 80 plus, you have 80 plus bronze, silver,
Yeah.
gold, platinum, and then you still have titanium and all above.
Yeah. Anything with the 80 plus label, any color, means
Yes.
that it has been certified.
But then
so
there is
that's
a but.
already good. But
And the but is that a power supply, when it's running at like in idle and the power consumption is very low, then it will run less efficient. And also when it's under 100% load at its max, then it will also run less efficient. Usually you have like an efficiency curve, and approximately in the middle, so when you load it approximately 50%, that's where it will be in most situations most efficient. So a 1000 watt power supply will generally be most efficient at around 500 watts of power consumption, whereas a 750 watt power supply will generally be most efficient around 375 watts of power draw.
Yeah.
So maybe that's where that question comes from.
Well, that's why, I mean, you know, it
very
seems
much
like you
depends
were
on how you
asking
use it.
two different things, and I'm not sure if you were aware that these two things are a bit different. Like, if you're going for max efficiency, I mean, you'd have to. What his configuration? What kind of power usage would you be looking at? Like around 600 watts?
Yeah, depends a bit. I'm not entirely sure about the GPU. 7900 XTX. Do you know
not
from top of your head?
Yeah, I'm also not 100% sure, but maybe not even. I mean, typically you'd be able. You'd be running around 500 watts. I think is quite a safe bet. So
during gaming, definitely. Like you could probably ramp it up a bit higher if you put both under full load. Like if you torch your test with, for example, put Cinebench or.
Yeah, but that's not your 24/7 go-to setup usually, right?
No,
so
that's true.
In your most likely scenario, you'd be pushing around 500 watts. So then like a kilowatt, so it needs 1,000 watt. If you want to be safe, then you can always go for a. What's the next? I know that we have 1,300, but is there like 1,100 or 1,200 watts?
We also have, Yeah,
there you go. So you could go for that, and you'll still be pretty safe.
Like 1,000 watts, 1,300 watts, they're different. But you could easily run this off, for example, a 750 watt power supply. And also very much depends on what do you do. Do you game all the time? Because then your general power consumption will be higher than when you're under idle. So it very much depends. If you put it under load a lot, tend to go for a little bit higher because the efficiency curve. If you use a lot in idle, I would suggest going for a somewhat smaller power supply, so then 750 will be plenty for that configuration.
Yeah, so the question is also where do you want to be efficient, in what scenario?
And also in the end, think about even if it is more efficient to go for a 1,000 watt power supply will be a bit more expensive. So it depends very much on the electricity prices in your region, whether or not that's something you would earn back over time or not.
The question is also, indeed, like, are you asking it because indeed you have the power prices in mind, or is it more like ease of mind that you want to, or peace of mind rather, that you like the idea of it being, most efficient in your typical usage scenario? Anyway, that's down to you. But
yeah, you could definitely run this with a 750 watt. You would already be safe, unless of course you're going to do extreme overclocking with it. But for a normal configuration, and especially for gaming and stuff, perfectly fine to run this off a 750.
Is Villancento at Twitch is asking, the zero fan mode is secure with the 4000 series. I'm assuming you mean the RTX 4000, the graphics cards. I'm not sure if you're talking about the zero fan mode on the graphics card itself or on the power supply, but for both, basically the answer is yes.
Zero fan mode doesn't mean that it's always off. Zero fan mode means that it becomes semi-passive. So when the situation allows it, then it will stop spinning. But in case your load gets too high, so either on the graphics card, then the fans will ramp up on the graphics card, but also on the power supply, when you're loading it to 800 watts on a 1,000 watt power supply, then definitely the fan is going to spin.
Even if you have zero fan mode enabled.
So that will only switch it off when it allows.
So you do basically, yes, it's safe, and you don't have to worry about it. This is things that obviously have been covered. We make sure that these features, only work when it's safe to do so, and there's no chance of damaging the product. So hope this at least provides you some peace of mind, because they are more meant indeed, like when the situation allows it, to reduce any kind of noise. So that's basically why the fans stop. So the fan is passive aggressive.
Yes.
Something
basically
like that.
Let's maybe get into the building. Yeah,
sure.
So Peter will build. Every now and then he will give us an update of what he's doing.
Will I or will you? Will I or will you?
Both, because I also will be building simultaneously in the game.
All right.
But I've got a very nice view for this. Let me see. Look, here we can see what you're doing in our top right.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, just before we get started, I think I wanted to show something on the inside of the case, but I'm not sure what it was now.
You wanted to show something?
Yeah, we were talking about something earlier that I said if I take the side panel off, you will see what I mean, but I forgot what it was. Oh, and there's like a whole bunch of screws on the table here as well that you don't see, but obviously I have to keep handy somewhere. Just gonna set this down here.
The Fall is asking on YouTube chat, where were you guys 2 months ago when I built my first PC? Probably also somewhere here.
There's a good chance, yeah. Usually every Wednesday we are here, so.
Yeah.
But why? Did you need help? I mean, the internet is full of videos, and we've actually done quite a few live streams where we did a build, and it is usually quite limited because you know, we can't do everything in like the max 2 hours that we have for a live stream. So we usually skip a couple of steps, like I did now as well. I put some things in place already that normally you'd still have to do if you take them new out of the box. But yeah, then you'd need a little bit more time than 2 hours perhaps, at least if you're me. To be fair, I'm not a speed builder. I don't build fast. I don't even like to do that.
Peter, do you see this nice PC in the background of the game?
Yeah, man.
You see the graphics card in there?
What is it? That looks like it's a Prim to me.
It looks like the card you will be using.
Is it?
I think it looks like one.
Okay. Oh, you can't see. Oh, this is on the main menu, is it?
This is in the main menu.
Oh, I see. Okay. I thought maybe this is already PC. Yeah. Anyway, like I was gonna say, the case doesn't look like the one that I'm using.
No, the case is definitely different.
Yep.
I'm gonna. Oh, oops.
What you doing?
Oh, let me put that back.
What you doing there, bud?
Okay. Let's try that again, because
Yeah.
I was trying to pull my window to the left.
Oh, I see.
So I can also pull the chat to my other monitor, because I need the monitor where I see the chat right now to play the game.
Yeah.
There we go. I will try not to pull any capture cards or anything out of the window again.
Yeah, so straight away I'm running into a couple of things because I already have to think about. Well, I could choose not to, but I know it's prudent to already think about what cables I need to push through to the other side of the case.
So secretly, Peter already started.
What do you mean secretly? Who's talking about secretly?
Let me show you that again, so you can see what Peter is doing as well. So
I'm
you can
not
see
doing
who's in the
anything.
lead. And then I'm gonna start.
Let me see.
No, we shouldn't do career. I want to do a free build, and let's start a new game.
Why is this plugged out?
Yeah, we don't really have an exciting autosave right now, so let's just override it. Skeets is asking, what fans are in the front? These come with the case, and they're addressable RGB 120mm fans.
Yeah, maybe we can show it here if you want. So as you can see, there's 3 of them at the front, and then there's 1 at the back. So basically there's a nice airflow going from front to back already in this configuration. And then with I'm going to put this liquid cooler, let's say, at the top. So that's also going to blow the air out of the top. So basically you have an airflow going kind of like that through the case. Anyway, so the very first thing I'm going to do now is put the power supply in place, because I know how much of a hassle that can be, especially also, by the way, pro tip, connect the cables before you install this in place. Once you've got it there, the space is usually extremely tight and limited. And I mean, I don't have extremely big hands or thick fingers, but I already struggle a lot when this thing is in there to do anything or to get anything plugged in. So I would already make sure you have everything plugged in that you're going to need. Anyway, have you started yet, Mike, or are you still?
I just got a welcome message. Welcome to Free Build. In this mode, you can build your dream PC and export it to share with others.
Nice.
As a thank you gift, a ready-built PC has been left for you to import. You can collect it from the storage cupboard.
Oh, this thing
I don't want to build I don't want to get a ready-built PC. I want to build my own. What do you mean?
Yeah.
Okay, so it looks like I got some kind of workshop here already, with a nice garden, some benches. Can I go outside? Is there a door somewhere?
Not to my knowledge. There is a door, but I haven't seen that you can actually go out there and play in the sun.
There's a door. No, it looks like I'm trapped in this workshop, and I have some desks already, some PCs on there. But of course, I want to build my own. Some more desks are still empty. Oh, I have a tablet. Oh no, inventory and tablet. Okay, so T opens up the tablet. Ooh, music player. Okay. What do you guys want to hear?
Yeah, by the way, we can't hear the music, unfortunately. We still have to work on that.
I can. I have some headphones.
Oh, you do? Oh, okay,
I do.
There you go. Well, like I said, I was actually enjoying the tunes yesterday when I played it, when I tried it. It was relaxing. I would have liked to hear that music while I was doing my build.
Oh, we have some Amsterdam trance radio.
Amsterdam trance? Okay, no, hell no. I'm not a trance kind of person, sorry.
I do. Oh, Christmas lounge.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Perfect.
It's kind of summer still, but you know,
other channels.
it's never too early for
SomaFM.com
Christmas tunes.
Or our apps. Just search for Soma FM in your app store.
Okay, nice. I
You
don't
like?
think we have the Christmas hats laying around, right?
Do we? Oh, not
No,
here.
I think I think they're somewhere in the box
in
again.
storage.
Yeah.
Probably.
Ah, that sounds good. Let's go with Christmas music because it's almost December.
All right. Yeah. Well, almost. Yeah. It's always almost December, isn't it?
Okay, what else do we have? Thermal.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that would be really cool in real
Okay.
life.
You can only use the thermal imaging app when you're
Listener-supported
inside
commercial-free
PC build.
Soma
Okay.
FM. Our holiday broadcast.
Oh, it's thermal imaging. Okay, that's cool.
Yes.
So you can see the hotspots. And
Yeah,
everything.
exactly.
So tune in then.
I love that. You can do your own reviews.
Enjoy Soma FM's 28 other channels.
Oh, the Christmas radio station is telling me that it only starts in December.
No.
Come on, what
That
kind of
sucks.
Christmas channel is this? There's
Yeah.
also Christmas Rocks. Let me see if that one works.
We need to have like year-round Christmas radio,
Yeah.
man. It's like that's what the world needs.
Loading, loading.
Also, I would be extremely disappointed if like the MSI Christmas song wasn't in the playlist.
I
Remember
have
that?
some music, but it's not exactly Christmas music.
Well, okay. Do you remember the MSI Christmas song?
Yes, it's perfect.
I know.
We will definitely play it again next Christmas.
Oh
live
yes.
stream.
It's going to be a recurring thing.
So I tried to put the Christmas one on, but it automatically skipped to Circuit Fright Radio.
Hmm. Oh wait. Is this? Yeah, that's the right one.
So it looks like this automatically tries to connect to certain radio channels. But this one sounds pretty high.
All right.
So let's stick to this one. If it's too loud, by the way, let me know, then I will tone it down a bit.
If it's too loud, let me know. Then I'll turn it up.
Okay, what else do we have? Custom cables. Okay, custom cables. The custom cables app allows you to create your own unique set of cables using a range of different colors. You can mix and match colors as much as you... Okay, this is not really background music, by the way. This is very intense music.
Christmas grunting or what?
No, it automatically switched away from the Christmas one. Let me see if we have some...
What kind of music was it?
It was really loud dance music.
Oh, dance. All right. Yeah, sure.
Okay, this is a bit more laid back. I see people asking, never gonna give you up, please.
Yeah, we should have rickrolled them, man. Right.
Okay, this
Yep.
is all good.
Power supply is in. I'm going to move on to preparing the motherboard.
Okay, so we have part ranking where you see how the different components perform against each other. So if you're wondering which type of graphics card is the fastest or which type of CPU. So for example, today we're building with the 13600K. So here you see it's in the 8th spot. Well, basically shared with the KF. They perform identically, but one has an integrated GPU, the other one doesn't. So here you see how it stacks up against other CPU models.
I love the term other.
I think this is multi-threaded performance. Okay. RAM width. So here you can select different modules, and then you can calculate the voltage. Okay. So how much voltage you need for a certain type of memory at a certain latency. So today we're gonna work with a G.Skill Trident C5 RGB, this one, 2 of those modules, and we run them at CL36.
All right, quick
1
update,
volt.
Mike.
I think that's a bit optimistic, but
Quick update. So
Yep.
I've put the processor in the socket already, and I've put the M.2 in here. So this is a screwless design, obviously, so I can really easily just put it back in place, and there we go. Normally, I would also install the RAM modules, but they are quite tall, let's say. As you can see, there's like a heatsink on top of there. And I know that I'll have to get in the case like at the top here to connect some of the fan headers, like CPU fan and the pump header here. That's going to be extremely close there, so I'm going to wait with putting those in until I have those connected up later. Anyway, going to put the motherboard in now. It's coming along nicely. And then see how it goes.
It's too bad our music stops when we are watching this camera view.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah, I can. Well, it doesn't stop for you, does it? Or?
Yeah, for me it also does because I hear it back through the
okay.
stream.
Oh, I thought you were literally listening to the on the PC that you're playing it on.
So also for me it unfortunately
see.
stops when it does for the rest.
Yeah, that's a good idea. You hear exactly what the stream hears.
Let me quickly head back to our game then.
Oh.
We can still see Peter in the corner.
By the way, Mike,
Yes.
do you have magnetic screwdrivers in the game?
Oh, I don't know. I still have to find out.
I mean, this has been a lifesaver for me for a lot of times.
It does make your life a whole lot easier in many, many situations. for
Yeah.
sure.
Like now I'm gonna have to put it in like a screw in a very tight corner. And then if I wasn't able to put it on the screwdriver, on the end of the screwdriver and then move it into place, it would take significantly more, well, it would be significantly harder to do it.
I see already some people asking where is component X or component Y. Not all components are in this game just yet. Of course, I know they're updating the database. Also, not all MSI products are in there yet. So, for example, Peter's already building with the C790 carbon. That one, unfortunately, is not in this game yet. So I'll be building with the C650. There are some C790 boards in, but not that we had on hand, unfortunately. I already see also some people talking about how the components stack up against each other. Yeah, it's not completely accurate in everything as it seems, because I know in many situations that the 13600K will not be faster than the 7950X. Let's have a look at the wallpaper selection. Ooh. Ooh.
There's a
lot of
free
options
PC.
But yeah, in the end, this is of course a very easy choice, because the very first wallpaper I saw, top left, is a nice MSI wallpaper.
Yes.
Look how pretty. Oh, this is interfering a bit with the time.
Wow.
Here, let me show you.
Oh wow, yeah.
But still, now we have Lucky on the tablet, so that's always a good thing.
I think it's a tablet issue, not a wallpaper issue,
Indeed.
if you ask me. By the way, don't you, if you look at the bottom left, what is that? Yeah, is that thermal? That's the thermal side, right?
This?
What does that icon remind you of?
This icon?
Yeah, the color of the icon. Does it remind you of anything?
Not specific.
No? Reminds me of MSI Center.
Oh, yeah, MSI Center looks not identical, but
No,
yeah,
no.
in terms of color
I'm
scheme,
colorblind.
Yeah, okay. Maybe that's it.
No, but I mean, it's kind of like, you know, it's a red to bluish.
NRT guessed it, MSI
gradient.
Center, yeah.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, for me, it was like, wait a minute.
I just say it, I can see
I honestly thought when I first saw it yesterday, I was like, wait a minute, do they have
Does it
MSI
count?
Center on here? And then I saw it was something else, like, okay, right, it's coincidence.
Insecta says, so can the game be used as an assembly tutorial, or is not advisable to pay too much attention to it? Like, if you want to see how things perform against each other, always check reviews online, I would say.
Yeah.
Check benchmarks. I'm not 100% sure how accurate this is, but I already noticed that not everything is 100% accurate.
Ah, but you mean, okay, assembly tutorial, so that's not really about performance, that's more about how do you physically put
Yeah,
a
but it
PC
does
together.
have like a part ranking, for example. This one is not completely accurate on anything.
No, and I also think, I mean, once Mike gets building, you will also see that it will show you some basics. Some things are extremely accurate.
Yeah.
And some things are quite simplified, let's say, because, let's not forget it's a game. So it has to kind of, be fun. Whereas anybody who's ever built a PC Especially if it's custom water cooling and there's a couple of things, or not even custom, sorry, but like liquid cooling and stuff, and if it's a bit complicated or maybe you have limited space, there are a couple of things that are probably not so much fun. One of them, and this game I think as far as I've seen skips it completely, is cable management. That's one of the least favorite things for I think most people who ever built a PC. Because
What do you mean? You love cable management, right?
Me, yeah, man. Yeah, I love it. I can't wait for everything to go wireless. No, but I mean, so that's one of the things that I think, one of the examples in the game that as far as I've seen, and I haven't seen much, so I could be wrong here, but as far as I've seen, the game just doesn't do cable management. As in, you see cables, but you don't even have to think about how to place them, where to put them through, or where to leave them. That's nothing. That's something you won't have to worry about. So, anyway, that's one of the main differences. And so, like that, there probably are a couple of things in between there that maybe they will at least give you an idea of, hey, you need to, like, thermal paste application, which I will do later on. You have to do that in the game, but it's, the game will guide you, will help you. Okay, this is enough. Where in real life, you can squirt a whole tube on it, and there's nobody or nothing that will indicate if it's enough or not. You kind of have to know that or learn that. So in terms of, yeah, there are some things you can learn from that PC building simulator, like some basic logic, but you will notice when you build your PC or a PC in real life that there are some very specific things that it doesn't teach you. Another example, the front panel connector. I'm holding it here, you probably can't see it. Like these really tiny things. Every time it comes up here as well, we kind of say, I have to look up a diagram of where I need to put which pin header again, because I forget. And this game, I don't think teaches you that either. But it's a very important part if you want to be able to, push the power button on your case and actually have the PC turn on. So yeah, small details that the game might leave out because they're not fun, they're more tedious. Anyway.
So you have a nice wallpaper now, but I
Yes.
also see a blinking question mark here with the decorator. So let's check that out. Here we can decorate our workshop. And we have a lot of different options here. So some people may already recognize Linus Tech Tips, but we also have a very cool new MSI one here with this update. And for example, PC Building Simulator 1, vintage, rustic. But of course, we're gonna go with the coolest one. Just look at this. How pretty. Apply to all, of course. Oh, I want to check this out.
Is that the MSI?
Yes, look what an upgrade.
Oh, yep.
Look how pretty this is. Guys, do you recognize this pattern?
Yep. Wait, is that? No, it's not on this card. Crap. I thought I maybe had one of those cards that had actually that happened on other cards. Anyway, I don't think we have one.
Yeah,
here.
this is a pattern we have on many of our graphics cards.
We have it on the backplate, yeah. A lot of the backplates, especially with the flow-through design.
Here you can already see some nice components.
Yeah.
So this is our.
Can you tell which ones they are?
C798. This is the B650 M mortar. This is the Core Liquid S360. Then here, peripherals, Peter. That's your section.
Actually,
see.
the preview is quite tiny. I think the left one.
This is the GM51.
Yes, and
I think
the
this
left
is the
one
31.
looks like either GM31 or GM40. Wait, is it right-handed? Can you tell? It looks like
yes,
it.
it is.
So then it's probably the GM31.
Yes.
Wireless.
But it's also quite flat, so I think it is.
Yeah. And then that is the GK50 Elite.
This is the one I use.
I don't know which one, which switches are on there because I can't see. But either it's the box white or the Kale Blue.
I hope it's a box white one.
Yeah, those ones are my favorites as well, indeed.
Hey, this is the keyboard I'm using right now.
Yeah,
Here.
yeah. Can you hold it up so people can see?
Oh.
Not sure if
Let me
your
see how
cable
long
is
my
long
cable
enough.
is. There we go.
Yeah, I mean, if you can see the scroll wheel at the top right of the
There it
keyboard, I mean, it's a GK71. Yeah. You have the non-clicky kind, right? The red.
Yes,
linear.
I have the linear one.
Yeah. All right, cool. And then there's some motherboards to the right of that. But it's really cool. I mean, there's a lot of products there on the wall, and behind you, I believe there's a cabinet as well where there are some other products. Yes. But I mean, yeah. You don't have,
Hey.
and some merchandise as well. You know,
I have
there's-
that cap.
For people who want, I mean, I can't even remember how many people asking about, you know, lucky plushies and stuff. Here we go. Here he is. But yeah, there you have a trophy cabinet full of them, so you can actually have them in the game. That's pretty cool, and some hats as well. Which
B650
actually,
Edge.
I'm looking. Wait, so that's the hat that's there, right?
Hat.
Let me.
Do we have one here?
I think so. I mean, it might be a bit dusty, but I think it's this one, isn't it? Yeah.
Very much looks like it.
It
Yep,
is.
that's the one.
There you go. See, so it's this
Do
actually
we also
based
have
on
one of those luckies here laying around? Oh, we actually do.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Let me grab it.
Exactly. So basically, you know, these are real
Merchandise items, yeah.
giveaway items indeed that were given away at events or stuff
there
like
is.
that. So yeah, pretty cool, right?
All the merchandise stuff, also in the game.
The one thing I don't have is one of those. It looks like a thermal cup.
This one.
Yeah, like a coffee cup.
I don't think we have one right here.
No, yeah. I was gonna say I'd like one. I mean, I'm a coffee drinker, so that would be nice. Anyway,
Ooh. X670E Godlike.
there you go. Yeah, but it's nice that you see a lot of things in the game there, like even down to the merchandise, right? Not even just the products, but a lot of merchandise as well.
Yeah, that's cool. Let's have a look here.
Everybody wants that cup. I know.
Oh, look.
What do you put in your coffee? I
lucky up
drink
there.
it, as they say, expensive, which means I put both either milk or cappuccino and some sugar or a sweetener in there, some kind of sweetener. Depends on my mood. Sometimes I'll drink it black, but then I need to be in a black kind of mood as well, like, you know, dark, let's say.
And look in our garden.
Oh,
How
wait.
lovely is this?
Yeah, like the huge lucky there. That's actually, I think that's kind of modeled on the one, there's one big one
On
as
the
well.
one that's
at
in
our-
your garden.
Yeah, at our HQ garden indeed. Yeah, so there is one that's, I'm not even sure if it's quite that big.
Down HQ, we have quite a big one.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So if you ever visit Taiwan, Taipei, then and you go to our HQ, there's actually a you know, huge lucky there in the garden as well, which is nice.
See what we have. Ooh.
Whiskey. Yeah. How do you
Oh.
drink your coffee? With whiskey, it depends. I mean, if it's really good whiskey, I'm not going to waste it on you know, Irish coffee, obviously. But
Look at this.
yeah, that one's also really fancy.
Oh, we even
And-
have Mystic Light.
Yes.
How does this work?
I don't know.
Okay.
There you go.
And pulse. Oh, we also have advanced. Oh my goodness.
Oh, what can you do?
I can oh, nice. I can adjust the brightness.
saturation. All right,
Yeah.
cool. Yeah.
I can make it. Oh, there we go. Okay, that's. There we go. It does have to think a bit when I adjust it.
Well, it has to re-render all the lighting, so I'm
Yep.
not surprised.
Oh, look at this. A workshop with Mystic Light.
Haha. It looks nice.
So what color do we want?
Well, that's the $1 million question, isn't it?
Let's do some.
The nice thing about it is you can set it and then change it anytime you like.
I like this one. To pulse, of course. Lovely. Okay, and then we have, if I press I, our inventory. All. So also if I search for MSI, we can see that we have a ton of different MSI products in here already. And of course this database is expanding. So not every single MSI component is in there yet, but as you can see there's quite a lot in there already. Also some of the older components. Here we already get to newer ones, C690 Godlike, C690 Carbon, that's the one I will use today. I see the pricing is not exactly on point. The Godlike is a bit cheaper here than the Carbon. That's interesting.
Might have to shoot them an email.
Here's the 790 Ace is already in there from our latest generation. TRX 40. X670E got like, also on our newer models of course. Lots of graphics cards. 6000 series. Here 3090 Supreme.
What do they charge for that in the game?
2080 US dollar.
That's on the high side.
Especially nowadays for 30 series, yes.
It might be vintage 2022 pricing or something. I don't know. Which I'm pretty sure that everybody's happy is no longer really the case.
Here we have the MPG A850 GT SI5 power supply. Got no 100 case. Cool. Okay, let's see. How do I put this together? As I said before, this is also very much the first time for me that I'm playing this. So let me first pick the case. So I want the Gungnir 110R. Okay, that's this one. Oh, now I'm holding it. Okay.
If only it was that easy, right?
That's
in real life, that you basically just say, I want this product, and then whoop, it just appears in your hands.
So this is the, oh, then I'll pick it up again, okay. So this is the case Peter was just showing you, and he's currently fiddling around in.
Yep.
Okay, okay. Do I have unlimited money in this game?
Well, it's a build mode, right? So normally I believe if you play the, what is it, the career or something, like the actual game mode, you have to indeed start from zero, and you start by, doing minor repairs or
I definitely have
troubleshooting.
to replace these peripherals and monitor, by the way.
Yeah. But if you do the free build mode, then then you basically, I guess, have unlimited money. So you can choose whatever you want. Like a sandbox mode.
Where do I do the monitor and stuff? Oh, peripherals, there we go. Monitors. This is also the monitor that's in front of Peter right now on his very left.
Is it?
Yeah. Right there you can see it. Let's head back to the game. So I want this as well. How do I buy this?
Right, front panel connectors done.
I'm not sure how I do that just yet. Let's continue on the PC. Okay, inventory. Let's go to the PC parts. This case then is for free, that's nice.
You're still busy picking parts, right?
Yes.
Cool.
So I'm gonna go with the carbon, and then the C790 is not in just yet, so let's go for the C690 carbon Wi-Fi. How do we do that? Peter, you already did this, right?
Sorry?
How do I get the motherboard?
Oh, that I don't know. Does it not show a button somewhere?
No.
Maybe you need to drag it? I don't know. No. Right mouse button?
No, I already tried. Scrolling just gives me up
Enter?
and down.
I don't know. Maybe now you have like 100 motherboards sitting somewhere. Well, you have like an inventory, don't you?
Yeah, that was through the inventory.
Oh, then you already have it probably. You just need to pick it. Like if you go to your case, I guess, that you want to build it in. Is that the one? Yeah, okay. And then you need to like click it, like, and there you go.
Ah.
And then, because you probably,
you
can pick anything, but you probably do it while building. You probably don't have to buy it or something. You basically have everything in your inventory. You can just pick whatever you want. I would guess.
I also see in chat you have to click the PC first and then open the inventory.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so you're still not, yeah, and then at the bottom there's like a button like install, right?
Okay.
And then if you pick one,
I want that one.
Yeah, but you first need to like screw the sides off the case and stuff.
I actually have to do stuff.
Yeah. I'm not sure, it should say there somewhere.
Remove? I'll remove side panel.
There you go.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Wait, you didn't have to remove the screws?
No.
What?
I just clicked it and it loaded. That's very doable.
That's unfair.
Okay.
Cheater.
Let's then go for the power supply. And I want the MPG. That one.
All right, in the meantime, I've pretty much got everything connected here to the motherboard, so now I'm gonna go ahead and install the liquid cooler. I'm just gonna set that down.
Okay. Install PSU.
these screws.
I haven't gotten the hang of this. Oh, here it is.
So how long does it take to do, like, do you have to screw down anything yet?
I don't know. I tried to put it in there, but I
Okay.
haven't managed yet. So I think I may lose this challenge.
I'm not sure.
Should I
You
turn this?
should have played the tutorial.
Yeah, maybe I should have.
I
So
don't
this
know.
is orange, I think.
Read text, read tooltips.
Where do you see those?
When you mouse over, I think.
It says install PSU.
There you go, yeah.
And then when I click it, nothing happens.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah. Okay, that opens my... Oh, I can even change this. That's also pretty cool. I didn't even notice.
What is this?
Look.
Oh, yeah, you can change pretty much anything. Have you changed the tables as well?
No,
The
I
desks?
didn't know I could.
Yeah, the desks.
I want this one.
A couple of things. The
There we go.
floor, I believe, or the ceiling. No, the ceiling
white
probably,
wall.
I think, changes with the wall.
Sorry guys, I got distracted from my build because I saw I can I can change the decorations.
I can change.
Okay. Oh, how do I get out of this?
I mean, it's
There we go.
okay. You know.
So I can also change the tables.
Yeah, the desks. Yeah. Or workbench. I'm not sure how they call it.
Oh,
You need to when you're in the
Oh.
tablet. Indeed, yeah.
I have to aim it.
Yes. Yeah, you have to aim it at the different. There you go. And
Oh,
then it
that's
tells you
perfect.
like, you're looking at desks. You know, we have different
Oh,
desks.
MSI workbench, let's go.
Oh yes.
Of course apply to all.
Of course.
Oh, I love this. Oh, look at this.
Yes.
This is getting better every moment.
Yeah. And I can distract you even further because you probably need to look around a bit more so that maybe you have different, even more things that you can apply in MSI style.
Oh,
And don't mind me, I'm just very slowly progressing and dropping screws.
wait, this is the wall. But here's something empty. How do I fill this up?
What?
Look, this is empty.
Yeah.
And if I do this?
Oh
it's
yeah,
gone.
some things don't show up. Like there's like plants as well in between some of the workbenches, and when you look through the tablet, they're not there. Yeah.
Oh, they don't exist.
Yeah. Look, see?
Okay.
So that's probably if it doesn't show up there, then probably at least you can't do anything with it. At least that's my guess.
What? That one actually worked. This Linus Tech Tip ones. I definitely prefer the MSI ceiling.
Yeah.
Ah, I got the Magic Set achievement. Okay. We also do it here, cabinet. Oh no, that's not it. Ah. Word 210 is saying you need to remove the back panel in your case to install the PSU.
Well, obviously you should know that.
I should. Okay, how do I turn this around?
Okay, just try to
Back up.
think like you would normally build a PC and
How
see
do I
if you.
turn this around?
I think you can. Oh, you need to put it down. Yeah, and then you
Yeah.
can. I think you need to click it first, and then you can maybe drag it or something. I don't remember how it works. I think there's a way to look around it, but I can't remember what it was.
Turn the computer on or off.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
not gonna work for now.
Yeah, no.
Touch bars, touch cables.
It's probably a bad idea at this point anyway.
Word 210 says, yeah, there is a way. Yeah, how?
Yes.
Okay, remove a part or a component. Ah, okay, there we go.
You're gonna figure it out sooner or
Yep,
later.
I found it. Oh, I can also remove the dust filter. I'm gonna take everything apart. Okay, the fans can stay in. Oh, and then install. Then I want that one. Oh, there. Oh,
Wait.
that was easy.
Ah, okay. There we go.
Unplug, of course, I'm not done yet. Get away, cable. Okay. Then I want the motherboard.
CPU
I want
fan.
carbon. And I want that one.
See, now I'm already running into trouble that I
Like
You
this.
see, Peter is running into trouble, and here
Well,
it's
it's
going
not
super
really
smooth.
trouble, but this is something you don't have to deal with in the game. It's
Oh
like,
look, the cable is already in there. Look how fast my cable
Yeah,
management
there you go.
skills are
That's
in
what
this
I mean,
game.
right? It's zero effort.
What do you mean zero effort?
Zero effort,
I
all
put
of
a
the
lot
all
of
of the
effort in
result.
finding how it worked.
zero effort, all of the result.
By the way, I really cannot stand this monitor and peripherals.
If
How do I swap this out?
Yeah, if only it worked like that in real life. You
Tablet.
just-
No, inventory,
By the way, Mike,
peripherals.
Mike,
Yeah.
can I distract you a bit more?
No.
You know what time it is?
Oh, that's a very
Oh.
good one.
Oh,
Giveaway time.
Yes.
So, if you haven't participated yet, go to msi.com/2/insider.
And you want to be a pro PC builder like
Exactly.
Mike or myself?
Or if you're watching on YouTube or Twitch, just follow the link that our bot puts in the chat once every 5 minutes, and it will redirect you to our Gleam giveaway, where you can participate in order to win a game code for PC Building Simulator 2.
Yes.
That with the latest update has this very nice MSI themed workshop. And of course some nice MSI components in there. And let's draw our first winner for today. It is an Epic Game Store, by the way, so that's also where you have to redeem it, but we will give you some instructions in the email.
If you win, indeed, the mail will contain all the instructions you need.
Ooh, we have our first winner,
Hey, who's going to
Kenneth.
be our next PC builder?
Kenneth D3PO.
Oh, D3PO. There you go.
Congratulations, Kenneth. You won a game code for
Congratulations.
PC Building Simulator 2.
Hope you know what you're doing. If not, you'll probably figure it out
If
really
not,
quickly.
just check how I'm struggling with this, and then you don't have to struggle with it anymore.
Exactly.
Okay, swap peripherals. Let me get rid of this stuff. Let me get a proper monitor. There we go.
where
Oh,
is the
much
other
better.
connector?
Let's get rid of this as well.
Oh, wait, what?
Oh, which one do I want?
See, I'm
Oh,
trying to do
you
cable
see?
management now
Oh,
as well.
they have my favorite one, the boxed white.
Yeah,
There
does it
we
say?
go. That's the one. Let's get rid of this
that's
stuff.
cool.
Let me see here. What do we have? Yeah, I really like the Clutch GM51. So that's going here.
Oh.
I also want the... How do I swap this? There we go.
Does
Ooh,
it
we
say
have
for the Clutch
RGB
50,
or
GM51 if it's the wireless version or not? Does it say?
It doesn't have a wire, so I guess it's a wireless because
Alright.
the keyboard has.
Fair enough.
The
What,
keyboard the cable of the keyboard is underneath the mouse.
Yeah.
That's not the most convenient way.
Well,
Oh
you
look,
know.
this is so much better already.
yes.
Okay. Let's
Fits
continue.
better with the MSI theme.
Much better. Work on this PC. There we go. Okay, let's put a CPU in. Install.
Oh,
CPU?
all right. So where WERW210 says,
Oh,
yeah,
of
in
course
build
I have
mode
to.
screws are screwless, kinda. In career mode, it's harder. Damn it! See, that's I tried career mode yesterday, so you actually have to, like, each individual screw, at least you have to mouse over it and click a button to you know,
I
unscrew them
prefer
or
it easy.
screw them back in. Indeed, you're in easy mode now, man.
Perfect. Oh, I can open it up. Nice.
man.
And then install the 13600K. There we go.
That is so
Okay.
not cool.
How do I thermal paste this?
You don't.
You don't?
No.
I have to thermal
I
paste
don't know.
We
No,
need to have
don't.
proper contact.
Just put it on and see what happens.
it. Install.
You'll be
thermal-
fine. Trust me,
paste?
bro.
Does it come with the CPU cooling thing? I want the 240R. Oh wait, I have to close this?
Oh wait, can I should be able to connect this, right?
Okay, I shouldn't install this.
Wait.
Wait, can I? Oh
The
wait, I
hell?
can also put it there.
No.
It's already installed. I don't have to thermal paste this?
Is it? Oh, maybe that's because of the build mode here again. Like it skips a few steps, maybe then. So yeah, if you really want to learn about how to build a PC, then
Do
maybe
the career
don't.
mode.
Yeah, don't do the. At least that will be somewhat more accurate, because indeed, like skipping thermal paste is generally not a good
No,
idea.
no, no. So, for your own safety, if you build a PC yourself,
Yeah.
always thermal paste your CPU before you install your CPU. cooler.
Yeah.
Always.
Always.
Okay,
I'm going to
let me
show you
see.
that in a minute, by the way, because I'm almost at the point where I need to do the thermal
Oh,
paste.
so
on
I
this
already
one.
overtook you.
Did you?
I think so. My CPU cooler is already installed. How about yours?
Well, mine is kind of, well, it's fixed in there, but I still have to connect, put it on the CPU itself, actually. And sadly, I do have to put thermal paste on it. Like that's, well, I say sadly, I don't mind, but like it's a step I have to take. Yeah. Do you wanna see that up close? Like how
Yes,
that?
let me
I'm not
show
sure.
you. There we go.
How can I make sure that
Wait,
you
I
guys-
have a solution for this, so we still have our nice music. So let me
yeah.
put this here,
All right.
and then I pull this to the background.
Just copy a layer.
There we
you
go.
All right. So normally there's like this little syringe. You guys know this, right? But I also have this tube here of stuff that we got, which, for us, we're just doing this for the build. So anyway, I'm not sure if you can see how much I'm gonna put on here, but I'm not gonna put that much on here. I'm gonna put like a tiny cross over the middle here.
A cross.
Something like that. I mean, it's whatever you want to call it. Can you see that?
I always just put like a grain of rice on
I
the
know, but like this is a. Wait, I'm gonna try and hold it up here for you. Like, is it showing?
Yep.
So just a bit.
And then often we get the question, should I spread it out all over my CPU? No, you don't. Your cooler will do that for you.
Yeah, you don't have to. You can. It probably doesn't hurt,
But it
it's,
doesn't get any benefit either.
No, it's not going to make any difference because indeed, once this thing hits the CPU, basically it gets, whatever you put on there gets squashed.
As
And
long as you
while
have
squashing
proper
it,
cooler pressure, then it will spread automatically.
exactly. So
Of course, this
it's
will be
really-
slightly different if you have like a very big CPU. So if you're running like an AMD Ryzen Threadripper or something, the surface area of that CPU is much, much bigger than this one.
Yes.
So in that situation, make sure that you have some on the top and the bottom, so that you have different locations where you put some thermal paste. Otherwise, it will not completely spread all through your CPU
Indeed.
with just your cooler. So that's an exception. But with a mainstream CPU, put some in the middle, and the cooler, by applying the mounting pressure, it will spread the thermal paste.
Yeah. And mounting pressure, by the way, is what I'm doing now, and there's like four screws, thumb screws holding it in place. Basically, you want to go in a cross pattern. So I did the top left first, and now I'm going to the right bottom, and then I'm doing top right, bottom left. So, and also don't screw them all the way down right away. You just screw them that basically it holds nicely in place first, until you've got all four in there, and then just go one by one and tighten them a bit. Also, don't tighten them too much. Like, as in, don't try and tighten them until it doesn't move at all anymore. Just make sure that they are securely put in place, and that should actually be enough for the mounting pressure. Assuming everything is placed correctly, let's say, in the like the back plate and everything is in place. Let me just take a slightly bigger
See,
screwdriver
Alan has
for
a
that.
very good point. Alan says missing some RAM.
Sorry?
Alan says missing some RAM.
Yeah, well, I said I'm gonna put it in later, right?
Okay.
I didn't forget about it.
Then talking about RAM,
But you're right. That's
I'm also
still
going to put that
needs
in
to get
in my virtual
No,
system.
no, you're fine. Also, don't worry about the M.2.
Or should I open this up first? No, I don't think so, right? No. Okay.
I'm curious, does the game let you choose which slots to
I'm
put
not
it in?
sure. Let's find out. So these are the ones
Yeah.
we're using.
That would be interesting.
So it's a G-Skill Trident C5 DDR5 Silver, 16 gigabytes, so that's per module. 5600 megahertz. That's the one. Oh, yeah, it lets me choose.
Hey. What happens if you put it in the wrong ones?
Oh.
Does it tell you like,
How do I? Oh, I can zoom. Shall I try to
Yeah.
put it in the wrong one on purpose? I
Yeah.
will put it in the first.
because
slot.
again, like, it's interesting, because as you say, right, I think more people will probably look at it like that as well. Like,
Oh wait, I can change.
if I
the-
can build a PC in the game, I could probably do it in real life.
Oh, there we go.
So, like, the accuracy, seeing how accurate it is interesting.
Okay, so now on purpose I put it in the wrong slot. I don't
Okay.
see anything just yet.
By the way, you will know this. Is the JARGB, is that a good connector for the RGB of the CPU
No.
liquid cooler?
Or the JA RGB?
Yeah.
Yes, that's the correct one.
Okay,
because
cool.
it's addressable RGB, yes.
Okay, nice.
So not the J
I
RGB,
couldn't-
that's the non-addressable.
Yeah, I couldn't put that one on the, there's like a RGB hub on the back, but now I've connected, like for example, the fans of the liquid cooler already, but like the pump unit or the CPU block also has RGB, and I had nowhere to connect that, so now I do.
So
There is a
no,
connector for
it
that.
doesn't correct me when I put it in the wrong slots. So
Interesting.
for
you know-
reference, guys, don't install your memory modules in these slots,
No.
but use the outer ones. So I'm gonna open this up again, and that one,
Well, start with the second one from the CPU, not the first one.
exactly.
Yeah.
So let's take this out. Oh, that one. And now, okay, this one should be closed. We don't need that. Close, we don't need that. Open. Open. Oh, oops, that was M.2, sorry. Okay, close. And we're gonna open this one up and this one up, and then we're gonna use the correct slots to install our memory modules. So that's the second from the CPU. Of course, this is different for a mini e-atx. There you fill both up. And then install, and I want another module. And one goes there.
Wait,
There we go.
probably better if I do this differently.
See, I am now paying attention to cable management a little bit, even though I said I wouldn't.
Where to 10 says, try errors, maybe change camera angle. All right, got it. Yeah, I've been using the scroll wheel now to look around a bit. It looks like, oh, I can also go around with the WHD. And hold to rotate. Okay, okay, nice. So I can look in all different directions. Ooh, nice. Let's still unplug that one. We don't need it yet. Unplug. Not working yet. Okay, okay.
Right, so
So it looks very much like Peter's build right now, right? Oh wait, you already have these out. Are you in cheater mode again?
that's right.
But do you have the correct ones out?
I do, yeah. You have to.
Oh, of course you use. Oh wait, that first have.
Well,
to
wait,
take
which
this
ones
one.
do you have to take out? Because I'm wondering. Like I have, let's see, how many do I have? 1, 2, 3,
Your-
4,
your
5,
motherboard
6,
is
7.
different.
I have seven in there.
Yeah, same for me.
Okay.
But I take the second and the third out, and
Really?
probably for you one lower
Yeah.
because your motherboard is a bit different. You have the C790,
Oh, I
and
see.
I have the Z690.
Right. So my PCIe slot, the first one is.
It's a bit lower.
I see.
And
Yeah,
that has
because I was
to do-
going to say, interestingly enough,
Yeah.
I have to leave 2 in there, and then I
Let me
take
show
the
you
third and the
indeed,
fourth one out.
because you have the screwless and the 2-shield frother on top.
Yes. Correct.
Yeah, there you go. So,
So
your
indeed.
slot is a little bit lower than.
So there's 1 here, 2, and so I took the third and the fourth one out, and then there's 3 still underneath. Well, yeah, below that one. So indeed. But that was it. I was looking at that indeed. Like, hey, it looks like you have to take different ones out. But that
Yep.
would explain it. Yeah,
Yep.
it's a different motherboard. So
But other than that, our builds look very much alike at this point. I also
Do
have the
they?
radiator
Like, wait,
mounted
let me-
there. The memory modules you have in there as well.
let me hold it up for this camera here.
The power supply you can see looks very much alike.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I like that.
I mean, your tubing looks a bit less.
My tubes are very short.
Yeah, less natural. At least I probably like it tries to probably
we
fit them to the case automatically, like you know that they're nice and tight and don't take up too much space. Whereas in mine, obviously there's a fixed length, so it doesn't.
Yeah, the tubes in real life
adjust.
are a little bit longer.
Yeah. What was that thing? That's is it the power cable? The
This
long
one.
thing? Yeah. There you
Yeah,
go.
this is the power cable.
And further to the right, there was also like a long. No, not that one. Yeah, that one. What's that?
Oh, this
it's
is
JFP1, isn't it?
yeah, this is the front connector.
Hey, I was gonna say like.
Yeah.
But that's cool. I mean, you can actually see that it runs to the front panel connector, like on the
Yeah, you
the
can
buttons
see how it
on
runs.
the case.
That's indeed cool.
Yeah. So this, I mean, in terms of anatomy, it is correct. Like. So that's
the
interesting.
fans connected.
That's cool.
Let me see, do I also have...
Do you have your CPU power connector on there?
Yeah, I was already checking. There we go.
Oh, okay. Oh, it runs all the way. Ooh, all right. Yeah, mine runs just, you know, behind
And
the
this
motherboard.
is the rear fan that's connected.
Oh. Oh, really?
I would personally connect this to a different header.
Yeah, mine is at the bottom, actually. So I run it basically behind the motherboard, let's say, and then out through the bottom. So
that's
that
what
it
I
just...
would also do. Oh, can I do that?
I'm not sure. Probably not, because it like automatically does it, I guess.
I'm not sure.
Maybe you need to, maybe you can undo, you probably need to unplug it then.
I did?
So click, oh, okay, you did.
Let me see.
You need to check where the where there's an available connector.
Yeah, but I also have these plugged in individually.
Oh, okay.
In real life, I would combine them to
like,
fewer headers.
How many, is there another fan connector at the bottom there, in the bottom row somewhere or not?
No, this one is taken. Oh wait, here, yeah, they are. At least looks, yeah, here.
There you go. So you should
Are
be
they?
able to
No,
plug.
they're, oh, it's hard to see. Can I zoom in?
Can't zoom in
Yeah,
anymore?
there should be fan connectors there. Yeah, these two.
Yeah. So is there any way?
Okay. So when I get remove, but how do I get connect?
Wait, wasn't there a cable going out the back there? Like an invisible cable?
Invisible cable one?
Yeah, there was something there, yeah.
Oh
What's
no,
that?
that's if I wanna... Oh, this is remove the motherboard.
Oh, okay. Weird.
Oh, wait, let me see. Ah, so here you also see the cables running, okay. You can take these out, you can take the dust filter out. That's cool.
Yeah, I just
Well,
put the
now
dust
I
filter back
unplug
in.
this fan, and how do I replug this? Oh, wait, no,
That's a good
not
question.
inventory.
So while you
Install.
do that, I'm gonna try and
Kinda
fit
goes
this
to
chunky boy in here. So I'm at the stage now where I'm gonna put the graphics card in. And I'm pretty sure that, yeah, my cable management's not that bad. Once I have everything in place, I'm still gonna pull some things further into the back of the case. Ugh. There we go, so I'm carefully maneuvering. And, oh
So
wait,
if I
wanna-
click install, then
Wait.
it automatically
Wait,
gets
wait,
me
wait,
to the inventory.
I want to have these things on the top of the graphics card. There we go. All right.
I don't know how I can connect my fan again.
Uh-oh. Wait. Okay. Let's hope that.
Cable maybe.
Here we go.
What's that? Connect case fan.
Hey, that sounds something vaguely like what you're looking for.
Okay.
Like, you know, in that game, it's probably all about, you know,
case,
just getting to know the logic of like the actions you need to perform. And once
case,
you get a hang of it, probably it's really easy.
Now it looks like all of them are connected. But now, where did it connect? I think in the top one. Oh, I'm not sure if I can get that angle. Probably there. Okay, okay, but now it should be connected again. Is everything connected right now? Looks like. Okay. Then let me see, where are we right now? Oh, we still have to put the SSD in. Usually, by the way, I would do this outside of the case. So
Yeah.
put your motherboard on a desk, put the
Like
CPU
I did
in,
earlier.
put the SSD in. I personally also put the RAM in there already.
Yeah, in this case I didn't, because I knew it would be exactly in the place that I needed to put the CPU fan and pump fan headers.
Ah, yeah,
So that
yeah.
would get in the way of me physically being able to get the connectors in, because my fingers still need to fit, you know, next to them, let's say, which is really difficult.
Oh, we don't have the M480 yet.
Oh, really?
So
Oh,
we have to go
choose
for another SSD.
Well, yeah. Is there no MSI in there?
I don't think so. Not,
Okay.
not yet for SSDs, I think.
Anything Phison is good.
Let me see. what
Phison
we have.
based, at least. Or at least, I mean, in terms of, let's say we want to keep it somewhat similar or accurate, at least you need to have like a Gen 4 NVMe SSD, right? 1 terabyte. So probably look for that.
Yeah, let's first indeed look for 1 terabyte.
I
still
need
have a
to
bunch
make
of
sure that this
options
thing
left.
doesn't catch the case fans here.
This is a somewhat slower model. That one looks relatively close.
Wait, I have an idea. Let's hope
This
this
is
works.
slow. I think this one, the Patriot Viper, should be relatively close.
Yeah?
4,700 or 7,400 megabytes per second.
Yeah.
So that's also a Gen 4 one, a
Yes.
fast one.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's one of the faster Gen
Yeah.
4 ones indeed. Yeah.
Let's put that one in.
Okay, cool. Right, I have an idea. I need one of those little twisty little things here. Cable ties or whatever it's called. And I'm going to use them to fix one of the PCIe power connectors
Okay.
to the cable so they don't catch the
Try
fan.
something. Your SSD was already in, right?
Yeah, it is. Yes.
Okay, then I think now we're on par
Ooh,
again.
this one might be a little bit too small.
What are you currently doing?
Cable management.
Cable management.
Yeah.
I was so much faster in that.
Sorry?
I was so much faster in my cable management.
I know. Yeah. No, but it's like, you know, there's this 8-pin connector hanging loose, and I want to prevent it from being able to get into the case fans at the front. So what I'm doing currently is kind of just tying the cable to, well, this connector, let's say, to the main cable, so that it's kind of stuck to that cable and it can't move away from it. So that way it won't be able to get caught in the
Oh, good
case
point,
fans.
NRT. NRT says Peter has the GPU already in.
Yes.
Yeah, let me also do that.
Shh.
That's
Don't
a
tell
good
him.
next step.
Don't tell him.
And we have the 3080 Supreme
There we go.
X. Oh,
Right.
that version.
Hopefully
Okay,
that
so I
should be
already took
fine.
those out, so there we go. Oh, look, I already connected everything, cable management.
Yeah, instant.
That's perfect.
Well, to be fair, I'm not that far behind, if at all.
Where did you put your cables, your power cables?
What power cables?
The GPU power cables.
In the GPU, why?
But how did you manage the cables?
All right, let me show you.
Yeah, you put them over, right?
How do you?
On top.
Where's the? Here we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah,
Because here you're underneath. I would personally also put them over.
Yeah, because I don't want them to be anywhere
in the
close to the
fan.
fans,
Yeah.
indeed. So that's why I chose to put them over the back plate, let's say. It's maybe not the best looking, let's say, because that does mean that it covers part of the back plate a little bit,
True.
but it's not too bad, I
Let me
would
see
say.
if I can do that.
I'm not sure if it lets you choose, but you can check.
Oh, cable.
I'm checking to see if I need any
Can I-
further cable
No.
management here.
No, I don't think it lets me.
Okay. Yeah, so that's also one of the things that, you know, like a difference between the game and real life. In real life, I mean, you can choose, so you can really decide yourself how you want to, you know, where you want to put the cables and stuff. This also means if it's like your first time to do it, you're very likely to make, let's say, mistakes, or at least find that in the end you would probably prefer to do things differently. But that's all part of the process, I would say. I think most of us have that experience that, you know, if it's your very first build, that once you complete it, you feel like, all right, you've accomplished something. But at the same time, you're thinking, maybe I could have done that better.
Yeah, I feel like I could have. Phil Insecto is asking what fan hub or RGB controller do you recommend if the case does not have one? First, look if you really need one, because if you, for example, have splitter cables, you can combine multiple fans onto one header. Nowadays, motherboards can provide enough power to power multiple fans off of a single header. So, for example, you can power 2 or even 3 fans off a single one. And if you have RGB components, often you can daisy chain them to each other, so you can link them to each other, and you also can power multiple of a single addressable RGB header. Peter, do you maybe have that available to show?
Sorry, which one? Oh,
the how you plug in, for example, one RGB fan into another, so you only need one header.
No, because what I have here, I can show you, is there's a RGB hub here at the back. Yeah. This one. Now it's quite
but in
a bit
case you don't have one,
and there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
them.
6, 6 things connected to this.
But maybe you can show the cable coming out of the fan as well, so where you interlink them to each other if you don't have the hub.
How do you mean?
Can you pull out one of the fans from the liquid cooler, for example?
No. You mean you mean that connector?
No, not that one. The RGB.
Well, those are individual cables. Those aren't linked together by a connector. So those are basically the fans for the liquid cooler, for example. Those are.
But there is a secondary plug coming out of there, right?
Sorry?
There is a secondary plug coming out of that.
How do you mean?
From the RGB plug, a male one. This is the female one you plug on.
Oh, you mean this?
Yes, that's what I mean.
Right. Yeah, I was looking at this, but I couldn't do anything with it here. But yeah, there's like a little dust cover on it. I can't really show you it without lifting the case, but I need my hands to keep this here. And once I pull it off, there's indeed like these 3 pins.
Yeah, so in case you don't have a hub, you can plug one fan into another, and then you can power multiple off of a single ARGB connector. So in case you don't have a hub, this way you can still work around it. Of course, at a certain point you may run into limits, then you may need to get a hub, but this way you may not even need it. You can use fewer headers for more devices. The one thing, however, is that you will then control them as a group as well. So for example, if you use different addressable RGB headers on your motherboard, you can control them independently. Whereas if you interconnect it, but also if you use a hub, then you will control the whole group that is connected to that header. So if you have 3 fans connected to each other, for example, through interconnecting them or the hub, they will all do the same thing through that header. So they, for example, all do rainbow. It's not like you can put one to red, one to blue, one to green.
Yeah.
So that's an option you lose by doing that. But that also goes for the hub. That's not only by interconnecting.
Yeah, the hub basically also treats everything like one big...
The hub is basically a fancy, separately powered version of interconnecting them.
Yeah. And you need to be really careful about these connectors, because the RGB connectors, they are really, let's say, sensitive. So
yeah, like the pins are quite thin and a bit fragile.
Yes. So it's really easy to accidentally, I mean, just by pushing the cables in place now, I actually already accidentally, for example, pulled out one of those connectors. So that can happen really quickly when you're doing that. So you have to keep an eye on it. Anyway, I think I'm pretty much done with my build.
But I still have to, I have to put
I haven't put the sides on yet.
Yeah. I don't even know where I left them.
I put them behind me. But what I'm first going to do is plug it in and turn it on, because if it doesn't turn on, then I at least don't have to pull, or take the side panels off again. So I usually test if things work with the side panels still off. Because if there is troubleshooting needed, then at least it saves time.
Custom cables.
Let me see, everything connected. Yep. All right. Power on. Yes.
I can actually also power it on already. There we go.
I think people are still looking only at my build.
Oh. Sorry guys, I didn't switch in. But I also switched mine on, so now we're doing the same. And let's also see if...
Wait, yeah, I didn't connect the
it's not
capture
connected
yet.
Okay.
I will do that as soon as I get... Yeah, I'm seeing... right, I'm connecting it now. Not sure how fast it will pick up, but...
Oh, your front panel is on. How do I put the front panel back on?
Oh, actually, I never took it off.
I did. Remove
Ooh.
components. Hey, there we go. Front panel. Install. There we go. Oh, that one I want back on there, of course. I don't want to have a hole here. Do you also have that one back installed?
Sorry, which one?
The cover?
Yeah, I did. Yeah,
Nice.
actually, yeah.
And install. What dust filter did I take off? Oh, I did this one. There we go.
Right, so it turns on. So what I'll do now is I will
That
see
one
if I
don't
can
need
put the
anymore.
side panels back on.
There we go.
There's probably still a little bit of cable management left to do to
that one.
get it to fit, but hey.
And the rest we can take out. How much do our systems look alike? Quite a lot, right?
I haven't put the side panels on yet, but I'm working on it.
I was super quick with that.
I know, I know. That's why I thought let's once now I've established that it does turn on, it does actually work.
Oh, my computer is complaining.
Is it
No
complaining?
operating system found.
Hey!
Yours is pre-installed. That's
Yes.
cheating. Okay, install operating system. How do I do this?
Actually, I probably have too many cables pushing against this thing here to be able to close it properly. It's not really sliding into place. Come on.
For me, this was 1 second, Peter.
I
Beat your heart out.
know, I know.
However, I'm still figuring out how to install my operating system.
There you go.
Oh, let me see.
Mine's already up
No.
and running.
It just says not found. Do I need to put a bootable drive in?
You probably do. Maybe you need to install the benchmark software as well after that.
It doesn't show me. It shows me parts, but no tools. Hey, I do have thermal paste.
Hey! Yeah, you do, but I don't think you had to apply it in that mode. By the way,
There we go.
maybe a close-up on the
Look, USB drive for new
maybe a
operating
close-up
system.
on the detailed cam, Mike.
Yes.
Let me take this box away. There we go. So as you can see, it's not too bad, right? My cable management not that bad.
Wait,
is
let
it?
me remove the side panel again. I think that's looks very alike.
I don't see yours.
Oh, let me show you. There we go.
Yeah, there we go.
Let me hold it into the same angle approximately.
Something like that, yeah.
There we
Not
go.
bad.
Of course, the motherboard is slightly different because I'm using the Z690 version and you're already using the Z791. But other than that,
The only thing I'm missing at the moment is, for some reason, the RGB on the case fans is not working. Which is
Oh.
strange, because so that would indicate, that I maybe missed one RGB connector on the one on the hub,
that could very well be.
because that's where all those are connected. So let me check.
Don't
when we-
worry, I still need some time to figure out how I put an operating
Yeah, I was going to say,
system
we
on
do want the full experience, don't we?
it. Install.
see. Where did that
Tools.
connector go?
I want a USB drive.
Where did you go?
Just put it there. But is there already an operating system on it?
Where is this connector hiding?
Power.
Oh, that's the power connector.
How do I get into the BIOS? Oh, there we go. Oh, I was too slow. Hey. Yeah, Yeah, of course I need software. I know that. Oh, I
Thank
need
you,
some-
Captain Obvious.
Let me plug this in as well.
Wait, so,
Oh, cable. Hello, cable. How do I plug you in? Okay, connect. That one. Hello, cable. Oh, cable. Building the PC was a lot easier than plugging an HDMI cable in.
Really?
Install?
So I can't seem to figure out where that connector is missing for some reason, because I can't see any obvious ones that are not connected. So it's weird.
Thomas has a very good point. Did you plug in the SATA power for the ARGB hub?
Yes, I did. Excellent. Yeah. I could show you. It's but anyway, yeah, it is powered. Sorry, it's plugged in indeed.
I had to click the graphics card. Yeah, okay.
For some
And
reason,
this one and that one.
one of the
Okay.
connectors, and I can't see which one. I mean, it's not obvious to me. This is LED 6, but this is the fan, the rear fan, so that one's connected.
Oh, now it says ready to boot. Okay, power on. Oh, let me get here. Hold the lead. Okay, there we go. Okay, BIOS looks a little... Oh, XMP is not installed yet, or applied yet, because it's running at 4800 megahertz and I want to be running at 5600 megahertz. So it looks a bit different than our actual BIOS. There we go.
Wait, maybe it's the...
There we go.
The cache latency at 30 or at 23 is very ambitious.
Look, here's the thing, right? All I had to do was click the button on the case.
Oh, you haven't synced it. You have to hold it down, then it blinks, and then it syncs.
I know. So it was, yeah. And then it goes out. It goes off, actually. It doesn't really sync, as in it turns off.
Okay, that XMP setting is not very accurate. But we'll go with it.
I didn't set Mystic Light, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put it on like a random value. So at least you can see that they're working. But anyway, so yeah, here we go.
Apply and restart.
They were actually working. I just didn't push the button on the case.
So that was an easy explanation of why it didn't work.
There is a problem with my Omega system. I get some blue screen.
Yeah.
So what's wrong with my operating system? It says PC running.
Maybe you need like a clippy there in the game. Hey, I see you have some trouble.
NRT says lack of thermal paste. Could be very well it.
Wow.
I would believe that.
To be fair, you didn't apply it, so.
No. And I think I should
Instructions unclear.
remove liquid cooler. First I have to take that out. Oh. Oops. I accidentally
As the British would say, get in there!
disconnected that one. There we go. Okay. Remove. Oh. Unplug.
MSI is live? Yeah, we are.
Oh, it's gonna take it completely off. Okay. Install.
Did you OC?
Thermal paste. There we go. Okay, this is not how you should actually do it in real life.
No?
But I'm gonna make this a very happy. Oh, that didn't. That didn't work. Let's make
So
it
what are
very
you
angry.
what are you drawing there, Chief?
It says sufficient paste applied.
Does it? Try some more, just to be sure.
I'll try
Yeah.
some more.
'Cause
Don't try this
still
at home.
I was gonna say I still see some IHS there, which
Let's make this completely
yeah,
gray.
yeah.
Don't try this at home. This is not how you apply thermal paste in real life.
Can you try and apply some next to the next to the CPU? See what it
I
does.
tried. Here.
What
I
did
got
it
an
say?
achievement.
Paste not, want not.
Yeah.
Nice. Alright, yeah. So you can't apply paste next to the CPU, can you?
No.
Ah, that's a shame. In real life you can. I could demonstrate it, but I'm not gonna.
Okay, look, I can clean this up. Oh.
Hey, yeah, you can swap it. By the way,
go.
also there in real life, you're gonna need a whole lot more
This
Q-tips
is
to
much
do
easier than
that.
in real life. Look, no residue at all.
No, man.
Okay.
That is tidy.
Let's try this again. Install thermal paste. And this is where I would put a small stripe. It's very thick in this game. Usually that's not as thick. It says not enough. In real life, this is plenty.
Yes.
Okay, then we go back to
A grain of rice is usually
let me
used,
see.
or a pea, right? As a
yeah.
measurement
that's,
of
that's
use.
definitely enough. Let me see,
All right,
because I took
guys,
remove
I'm done.
components.
It works. It's alive.
Yours already does. I'm still fixing mine.
Yeah.
There we go.
I'm gonna have to see if the temperatures are still good though. But you know, I'll do a quick Cinebench here.
I think everything is connected. All right. Cable.
Oh, let me sit down.
Okay. Install. Remove
No, no
components.
need.
Let's have the dust filter back on. Install
All right.
side panel. There we go.
38 degrees.
Rest still good. Power. Look now. So it was the thermal paste.
There you go. You still had to do that.
Told you had to apply thermal
Well,
paste.
there you go.
Okay, select wallpaper. There we go. Add remove programs. Let's do a 3D mark. Oh, that's quick. That's quicker than in real life.
Oh wow. What? Did it already finish?
Oh, it's only Cinebench R20. Which one do you have?
Oh,
R23 probably.
Yeah. Is it a huge difference?
Look,
I could
this is
see if I can.
Peter's PC is already running Cinebench. Yeah, the scores are completely different. In
Oh, okay.
different
Let me.
servers.
Okay. Well, I think Cinebench is not that huge of a download, is it?
Let's do a side by side.
R20, you said.
Yeah, R20 is the one that I can also use.
All right. I'll download it.
Cool.
Shouldn't take too long.
I also have Cinebench now.
Right. Extract. Yeah, whatever.
Oh, I can install Fall Guys. Let's do it.
Hey.
So while you install, I'm gonna play some Fall Guys.
I'm nearly done extracting.
Oh, the music is very loud with 2 windows. Okay, let me solve this for you.
I don't have any music.
Is this better? It should be quieter now. Yeah, better? It looks like I'm indefinitely waiting for players in Fall Guys.
All right. I'm running Cinebench.
Oh, okay.
By the way.
Let me run some Cinebench
Oh,
too.
you can. Okay, so this is CPU. I'm not sure if this will do like automatically multi-thread or single thread.
You have to wait. Let me go to your capture. So you have 2 options, right?
No,
Oh, you get a single one.
it just says run.
Usually you get a look. When
I
you
know.
look at my
In
capture,
R23, it does tell me. So either it's I have to look into the settings.
I
Wait.
think it will.
Ah,
you
here
can
we go. Yeah.
Just
okay.
click it because you will. Yeah, there you go. There you
Yeah,
go.
I had to click advanced benchmark. Here we go. And then I guess CPU. That the other says single core, so I'm assuming the other one is multi-core then.
Let me also
Right.
put this one here
Probably.
because then we get nice music also continuing here.
All right. Should
There
we
go.
click the button at the same time?
Okay, in 3, 2, 1,
click.
go.
All right. Oh, come on.
Mine is definitely faster.
You have the exact same CPU in there?
Yes, I didn't cheat.
Damn.
It looks like Omega OS is a lot better than Windows in this situation.
I want to see your score as well.
It's 8756.
Oh, you already have it?
Yeah, I already
All
have
right, okay. Yeah, mine is still working. Still chugging along. Chugga, chugga, chugga. I didn't, by the way, check the BIOS if I have XMP enabled or something, so I
You
might have
didn't.
to do that.
Rookie
Okay, sorry,
error.
what was your score?
It was 8756.
Yes!
You beat me?
88-21. Yes!
Oh my goodness.
All right, let me just check and see. Can I
actually
see?
beat me. Look, this is my score, and this is Peter's score.
Yeah, mine's just hidden. No, actually, it's not.
My
Yeah,
goodness.
Yeah, it's 88-21. But I'm just trying to see, like, without. Can I see without rebooting or going into the BIOS how the memory is configured? Where can I see that?
You can see it in hardware info. You're now in the sensors only.
Yeah. Okay. So I have to. Okay.
Yeah,
well,
but then you can see it.
let me check.
Verve210 says, so that's accurate quite. Yeah, they're actually very close. Peter
Yes.
just beat me.
Yeah. Surprisingly.
And even he didn't enable XMP. Not that XMP matters a lot in Cinebench because
Well,
it's very much CPU intensive and not
alright.
very memory intensive.
Okay. Clock. It's 2400.
Yeah, so you're still at 4800 megahertz because it's double data rate, so times 2.
Yeah. So basically, XMP or no XMP?
Yeah, you should enable XMP in your BIOS.
Yeah. Okay. So it's not enabled in this case.
No, yours is not.
Damn it.
Mine is.
Okay, well, let's see. I'm gonna reboot and see if I can enable it.
So in the meanwhile, switch to mine. And let's run a single threaded one. So now you see one block because it's only running on a single thread. So this also takes quite a lot longer. Oh, Peter,
Yes.
your BIOS, does it pop up on your screen? It may do it through the capture card.
No, it's not gonna show up. It's here indeed. I can
Yeah,
see
if
now.
it shows there, then it's okay.
Yes.
But sometimes it does show on the capture card and not on your screen.
Oh, okay, like that. Yeah, no, that's fine. Okay, so I've enabled. Well, I selected an XMP profile. I guess that's fine.
Gigaram says, lol, the BIOS button match.
Yes. Well, yeah, you got to do some BIOS button mashing. Right. So.
I love that they also simulate the benchmarks. That's cool.
My mouse stopped working.
Your mouse stopped working.
Yeah, in the BIOS. It's probably because it's connected to a USB hub here.
Should work as well.
It doesn't. It did at the beginning, but then it stopped working. So now I'm trying to
The
find.
story ends as in Twitch chat, a synthetic version of a synthetic benchmark loses.
Yeah.
It's a syntheticception today.
Yeah. Well, but at least it's quite close, right? It didn't just go. Well, it should be about this number or whatever, some
By the
hypothetical
way,
number.
while Peter is fixing his stuff and while I'm running this
But it's
benchmark,
rebooting, so it should be. I've enabled it now.
but I'm gonna pick a second winner for today's giveaway. So if you haven't participated yet, go to msi.com/2/insider, or if you're watching on YouTube or Twitch, follow the direct link that our bot puts in the chat once every 5 minutes. And our next winner is.
Maybe. How many codes did we have? Otherwise, maybe pick two. Pick another one.
Let's do another one. There we go. So we have two winners.
Yay!
One is Time to Win with 3
Hey.
N's at the end. You indeed won.
It is time to win.
Congratulations.
Yes.
And the other one, Drei,
I don't know.
D-R-E-Y-I-I? D-R-E-I-I.
Oh, those are okay. I thought those were L's, but okay.
No, they're I's. Dry. I
Dre?
don't know how to pronounce your name, but congratulations. You
Yes.
also won a game code for PC Building Simulator 2. So these are codes for Epic Games, for the Epic Games Store. We will email them to you in the coming days with some instructions on how to redeem them. Congratulations. If you didn't win this time, at the end of the stream we will still have another winner. Just so you know.
The mouse.
I see Time to Run in Twitch chat saying finally, so I guess Time to Run and Time to Win are the same person.
That's pretty safe to assume.
Congrats. Yeah, that's indeed the same person.
All right. Okay. Yes. So now it is running in XMP. So that's nice. Right. So we did Cinebench.
Then I think now it's time for the other one, isn't it? Like
Yeah.
3D Mark?
Mine is actually still running a bit of single-threaded, but it's almost done.
Oh, wait, single threaded. So do you want to do single threaded as well?
No, if you start it now, it takes ages compared to the
Oh, okay,
multi-threaded
fair
one
enough.
because it renders
Yeah.
the same image on only a single thread. So
Ah, I see.
indeed, GigaRAM, it's usually you that wins.
Yeah. Not today, though. Not today.
You don't know yet. We still have another drawing later in the stream.
Well, not yet. Let's put
Not
it that
yet.
way.
Yeah.
All right. So how long will you still be? you
Oh,
think?
not too much.
Oh, okay.
I will. It's almost done. You see, only a row on the left and a row on the right left.
Hmm.
GigaRAM already says, "Give me time."
You have all the time you need.
Yeah. So let's see if we can also sync our benchmark settings in 3D Mark.
Yeah, give me a second. I'm just making sure.
You're secretly
verifying my
overclocking to
installation.
beat me again, right?
Sorry?
You're secretly overclocking to beat me again.
No, I wouldn't. No, never. No, I'm verifying the TimeSpy files actually, just to make
Okay.
sure that it's the latest version and everything.
Mine
like
is done, by the way. The score was 640 in the single-threaded one.
All right. Okay.
So let's go to the side-by-side view again. I'm going to close Cinebench here,
let's-
and I'm going
Let's
to
do
open 3D
TimeSpy
Mark.
Extreme.
Okay. TimeSpy Extreme.
Right, and then I did not include demo. I'm not sure if you have that option there. For me, it's at the top right.
No, I don't have as many options
okay.
as you have.
Well, I don't know if it's going to do the demo. for
Mine,
you.
by the way, is rendered at 1440p.
Oh, why? Is that TimeSpy Extreme? That should be 4K.
Yes. No, here it doesn't. Here it does at 1440p. That's weird.
Mine will render at 4K, so that would
That's
be...
unfair.
Okay, what about the normal TimeSpy then? Like the non-extreme version? That should render...
Oh, it will immediately run.
Oh,
if
wait. Mine says
4040p.
TimeSpy graphics tests are rendered at 4040p.
Yeah, same for me.
Okay. And that's the
Um,
normal TimeSpy?
Yeah, this is the normal TimeSpy.
Oh, okay.
DirectX 12.
Yeah.
And let me see.
That's weird.
It says 1.1 as well for me. Does it say anything for you?
1.1 what? The version?
Yeah.
Oh, I think mine is installed 1.2.5.3, so it's...
Okay.
Well,
Not identical, but let's run it.
all right. Let's,
Do you count down?
Yeah. 3, 2, 1, click.
My loading is insane.
Yes. Yeah, mine is still loading up.
Because mine is just simulating a benchmark, basically.
Well, just playing a movie.
Yeah, it basically is.
Wait, does it show numbers at the bottom as well there? FPS
Yes, it
and
does.
stuff?
It does.
What does it tell you?
Wait, let me move to this side a little bit. There we go.
What does the FPS say?
102 right now.
Okay, mine jumped from about 111 to 140, now 135-ish, 120.
Now mine switched to the other scene, and then it's around 90, a little bit below.
Okay. I think I'm gonna win.
Again.
Of course.
GigaRAM says, I'm not just here to win stuff, I'm here for you guys. And the info, winning is just a cherry on top of my MSI cake. Thank you,
Nice.
GigaRAM. We appreciate that.
See, this is how you win.
Indeed. Just building that karma, and then
Yeah.
Gleam can
But I mean,
sense that.
to be honest, that's what all winners say, right? People who win, they're like, no, it's not about that. You know, it's really...
But looking at how active GigaRAM always is in the chat,
That's true.
I believe GigaRAM.
Yeah, that's true. All right, I'm now going into graphics test 2. So it took a while.
Now, I finalized
you're
my...
already done.
Oh, I even unlocked an achievement.
I mean, we're still gonna have to wait a little bit. Oh wow, this is like under 90 FPS now, or around 90, so it actually might not be that far off. Because the
It
second
looks very
scene,
similar, yeah.
yeah, the second scene was about 90 FPS
Yeah.
for you as well, right?
And the last one was quite a lot lower.
This is actually, yeah, but that's a CPU test.
Yeah.
So that one's always a bit slower.
Yeah, I
I'd say.
averaged 88.74 on that one, and in the CPU test I had a little bit under 54.
Interesting. Okay, I think we're about to move to the third test soon. Come on, hurry up. Just around above 100 FPS, 120, oh, 140 actually. I can't imagine that I would average around 88 in GPU test 2. I think it's going to be much higher than that.
Helen is asking, is Mike running the latest GPU drivers? That's a very good question.
Yes, good question. Not sure if you can check that in the game, but that would normally
I'm not
indeed be
sure.
a very valid question.
I are now running the CPU test.
Yes, the CPU test is running indeed.
Hello, Monk. Welcome, welcome.
Actually, that's, I mean, yeah, okay, it's gonna dip the FPS, but it was about 90-ish at the beginning. Whoa, that was fast. Okay. Here we go.
Oh, can you
Woo.
pull it a bit?
Woo.
Who won?
Woo.
Oh, man.
Damn! But wait,
Damn.
you have like separate graphics score and GPU score?
Yeah, I do.
CPU score? Can you
My
show?
graphics score is 15,563.
Wow, yeah, mine is almost 20,000.
And my CPU score is 16,063.
All right, mine 18,234.
You kicked my ass in this one.
So,
Where were 210s as in Twitch chat? I checked the 3900K, usually scores 750 in Cinebench R20 single thread, so 640 is a little different. Yeah. It looks like the real system performs a little bit better than my virtually built system.
yeah. Well, I'm gonna take credit for that. It's my building skills that did
Yeah.
that. So your graphics test 1, what was the average FPS?
I do get suspicious though, because you were fiddling around in the BIOS for quite long. You haven't secretly overclocked it there?
No. I can show you. Honestly, the reason why I was fiddling there is because suddenly my mouse stopped working. I was trying to, establish how I can actually save the settings and get out of the BIOS. Anyway, what was the graphics test 1 average FPS on your?
Only 102 approximately.
102.
Yeah, yours is way higher.
Yeah, mine is 131.
And my graphics test 2 was around 90, a little bit below even, and you're over 110.
Yes.
And
yeah.
your CPU is over 61, if I can read
Yes,
correctly. Mine is only
61.26.
around 54.
That's a big difference.
Yeah. The Cinebench multi-threaded was super close, but this one, the real system is faster.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, I could do like a single thread test still, but
Mr. Masterdox has a good point. They have to. If the systems were better in the game, people will be more upset and wonder if their
Maybe.
system is faulty. Yeah, it could be.
and I mean, to be fair, I'm actually quite impressed because it's not that
I am
far
actually
off.
wondering if my virtual system is faulty now.
Yeah, maybe
And
you,
I'm still upset, even though I built it virtually.
maybe you downclocked it. So there's another benchmark that I think is in there as well.
Overclocking.
Port Royal, isn't it? It's a ray tracing benchmark.
Let me see. Yes, I do.
All right. Yeah, I think we can try that on as well.
Okay. Just tell me when to run it. My loading times will be way lower anyway. That's the benefit of my system.
That's right. Yeah. Okay. So 3, 2, 1, click, and you're still.
I don't have loading screens just instantly in the bank.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Or instantly playing the video.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Just run it. Yeah. Use a mouse in BIOS. Keyboard is just as quick. It depends on what you're used to. I mean,
I tend to use a keyboard, but that's mostly because I'm used to using my keyboard in a BIOS from older BIOSes before UEFI BIOS.
I haven't used the BIOS for a long time. I don't rummage around in the BIOS if I don't have to, usually. So
I do. I've been fiddling around in the BIOS so often in the old BIOS versions.
I did in the past. I had an i5 4690K. Is that correct? I think it was.
But then you already had a UEFI BIOS, right?
Could be, but
I
that
think
one was
so, yeah.
overclocked quite heavily because you could overclock those ones quite nicely to like
Yeah,
5 gigahertz or something. And with liquid cooling, which I had, but that took like a lot of tinkering and trying to see what is stable.
But
like, in
going
terms of
further
settings.
back, like the older certain Core 2 Duo CPUs, you could run at twice the clock speed.
I even had an Athlon X2 or something.
Yeah,
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And I overclocked that to I think around 2 gigahertz. I think it was back then. I think I still have that PC laying around somewhere. That was really one of my first PCs that I bought for myself. And that one was also indeed like a lot of tinkering around in the BIOS and upgrading the cooling to make sure it could handle it. But yeah, I think that was even a. Is that a single core or was that already?
If it's
a dual
X2,
core?
then it's a dual core.
Yeah, I'm trying to. Anyway, I can't remember, but it was something.
My first
like
PC
that.
was still a single core.
Yeah.
But the Core 2 Duo I had was an E4300 and it ran at 1.8 gigahertz by default.
Yeah.
But I was running it 24/7 at 3.6. It ran
Yeah.
perfectly fine.
An AM5 with constant BIOS update. Yeah, I mean, I in my home rig I have an AM4 B550 if I'm not mistaken, Tomahawk, and I've done maybe 1 or 2 BIOS updates, but my mantra is usually if there's no issues, if it's not broken, don't try to fix it. There's no
For
need
me, it
for the
depends
BIOS
a bit.
updates.
Sometimes they add like nice features
Yeah,
to it.
exactly. Yeah, but for me, I
Then I
wasn't missing
sometimes do.
anything, and I wasn't experiencing any problems. So
No.
then, really, there's no point for me at least, in updating it because it wouldn't. It could only, in my view, it could only cause issues where there are none at the moment. So, anyway, yeah. Well, you scored
You
11,000.
beat me again, 11,787.
Wow, it's not that far off.
This is
It's about
closer,
1,000. Yeah, mine's about
I was
1,000 ahead.
exactly at 51 FPS.
51.
At on average.
What's mine? 58.7. That's
Sounds
big.
a lot higher. Then
Yeah, that's a
why is
bigger
your
gap.
score only slightly high?
Yeah, it was about mine is 12,500, 12,688. So it's about 1,000 more than yours.
Yeah.
That, not sure if that sounds right in terms
I
of
can click.
percentual base, but anyway. It's not, again, I'm quite impressed with the game. It's not that far off. It's still...
It tends to be a little bit higher on the real system.
You know what I think it is, especially when it comes to the GPU? They might have taken the data of like the
The regular 3080?
yeah, the reference for
Yeah,
like
it
the
could be.
Founders Edition or something, where of course if you think about our Supreme X version, it's an upgraded version compared to that, of course.
I also think for the CPU they went with the Intel power limits.
Might be, yeah.
And
Might
our boards by default in this segment, so this is an MPG level board, so it's a higher end board with a higher end chipset.
No.
They have unlocked power limits, so the CPU is allowed to draw more power than the ones defined by default from Intel.
Yeah.
So it also can run at a bit of a higher frequency, a longer sustained, higher clock speed.
Yeah.
So that will generally run it a bit faster as well.
Yeah. So that would explain the differences.
I'm not
I
sure if the
guess.
gap would be that big in certain situations. Especially like a single threaded, the gap is a bit too big, and also that one, if it's only a single
How do
thread,
you mean
you
single
could run it
threaded
with.
is the gap is big? We don't know my single threaded score.
No, but we did know mine, and let me see who looked it up.
Oh, okay.
Word 210 looked it up, and 13600K usually scores 750, and I
Okay.
scored 640. But in a single threaded one, you can
That's-
easily run
yeah.
it in the power limits from Intel, so there the gap should be smaller.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, but anyway, so it's not again like I am
But it's
actually
cool that you can
genuinely
do this.
impressed. They
Yeah.
didn't take random numbers and like
No.
well, just give you the idea you're doing something. It's
There is some logic
actually-
to it.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
actually relatively close. So that's pretty cool,
Yeah.
I have to say.
So let's maybe close it off for today
Yeah,
and pick our last winner in the giveaway.
yeah. Let's do that. Oh,
Oh, now the music is gone. Sorry, guys.
oh. Yeah, well, I didn't hear it anyway.
But we did.
Yes.
Before we pick our last winner, next week, Martijn from AMD will join us. And that's because AMD has a nice collaboration with Starfield. I'm sure you heard a lot about this game already.
a big
And we're going to
title.
do a nice build together with some MSI parts, some AMD parts, and it will be a completely white build. It will look very cool.
Yes.
Um,
Very spacey.
Yes, and there's also some Starfield. I cannot tell you everything yet, but some Starfield themed stuff. So make sure to join next week for that build.
Yes.
Sneak peek also into the week after, because next week we will be busy with the building and stuff.
Yep.
But the week after, we will also have a live stream in which we will play quite a lot of Starfield. So if you're looking forward to that game, definitely check out the next 2 live streams. Also, if you're interested in AMD hardware, make sure to join next week so you can fire all your questions at Martijn.
Yep.
He knows a lot of details about all kinds of AMD products. And then let's pick our last winner in the giveaway for the last code for PC Building Simulator 2.
Let's see who else can be pro at it like you.
I'm sorry, GigaRam, but you didn't win this week. The last winner is Seal with 3 L's at the end. You also won a game code
Congratulations.
for PC Building Simulator 2. So congrats to all the winners again. In the coming days we'll send you an email with the code and some instructions on how to redeem it.
Yep.
There are codes for the Epic Game Store, so that's also where you will have to redeem it.
Yeah.
And we hope you all enjoy the game as much as we did today.
Yeah. Try and make
Or I
everything
did,
MSI like Mike did as well in your workshop. And
Of
see if
course,
you
we
can
do
get the
expect
giant Lucky
everyone
in the garden.
to theme their workshop
Yeah.
in the MSI look and feel.
But yeah, have fun with it, and I hope you enjoy it.
Yeah, so hope to see you again next week. Same place, same time. It will be me again. Sorry about that, couple of weeks in a row. With Martijn from AMD, and hope to see you then. Thank you so much for joining today, and goodbye.
Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.